Hey guys.
You notice anything different about us?
Welcome to Nerdish.
I'm Brady.
I'm Brendan.
And this is Levi.
Look
Levi.
at those. That's so nice.
We have shirts!
We've got shirts. You can see our names.
You can see them.
Or you can see Nerdish.
Oh.
All right.
Might have a problem with the overlay. It's fine.
No, that's fine.
No.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You can read it as well, which means we have the shirts printed backwards because everything is flipped.
Mm-hmm.
So wearing these outdoors, people give us really weird looks.
Yeah, that's happened a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't do that at all, actually.
Not yet. They came in today. All right. Today, Levi, what are you going to be covering?
Oh boy. Sentence combinations.
Yep.
Very good.
And then I will be going over my favorite, or at least it may seem like that, circle sector areas and arc lengths.
You say it's your favorite.
I thought imaginary numbers were your favorite.
I really like the constants and coefficients.
I know.
I like imaginaries, and my go-to for when we have dead time and no one's asking questions because they're not trying to get the best education they can.
Judgment.
Yeah, no, so much judgment is to do sectors and arc lengths because they're easy to go over and they're really useful.
Man, look at these shirts.
Cool.
Great.
Can you get us started, Brady? Because I need to talk to Brendan.
Sure.
Okay.
What do I start with?
I don't know, dude. You got to start.
Sector length
I'll
sector
try
and
some
arc length?
pictures.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so the other two are having some pretty intense conversations right now. So I'm gonna get Brendan started. He's talking about sectors and arc lengths. So let me give you a circle here.
We're good.
Here's a circle.
You're
We're
good.
gonna give you a radius. Brendan, what's the radius?
The Bradius?
The radius is me.
Hold on. Let's.
Sorry.
That was gross.
It was, but it's good because it's recorded and everyone can hear it.
So sector area and arc length.
Yes.
I noticed that when I write in print, because I normally write in cursive, my lowercase l and capital L are just the same. That's how my L always looks.
I think you were born that way, man.
I know, I can't change it. Great. So Brady has already drawn me a circle. Hey, Aridi.
Yeah.
Great. Were they on it last night?
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks for coming back. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll put them in the queue. I think you've also joined our Discord, which is great. So if you have specific questions, you can just snap a photo and send that there. You good?
Hey, Aridi, do you like our shorts? Do you like them?
Shirts. It sounds...
Shorts.
Shorts.
That accent is rough with
It's
that
hard
word.
to say shorts. Do you like them?
Do you like the shorts?
Hey, CB Turtle.
Hello,
Also
CB
someone from
Turtle.
yesterday?
Yeah, we saw a little CB turtle
Alright.
yesterday.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm Brendan, guys. I was not here yesterday, but I am back now.
Brendan.
Arc length and sector area. Okay, Brady already got us started by starting with a radius. We'll just call it R for now. We'll finish this out. We'll say this is, we'll say X degrees. Point A, point B. If at any point you guys have questions, let me know. I'll address it. I'm going to try not to go too quickly here, but I like this topic, and that might mean I talk a little quickly. Those might look the same. Let's go with blue. One of the things they will ask you to find, and this is much more common on the the SAT, where they will ask you to find, ooh, this is a good marker, the length of minor arc AB. Now, why I say minor arc? Minor arc means the shorter distance. Major arc would be the larger distance. That's pretty much the phrasing or the wording they would use. To do this, I need to know a number of things. Okay, right now I don't have enough information. However, if I were to give you an example of a regular circle here, and I were to say the center is at the origin, right? Or even better, let's just say we have a pie chart, okay, and ignore these going off the side. And this is how it's been separated. I know, we know that this is a right angle. What we know is that because this is at a 90-degree angle, if I were to ask you how these were split up, it'd probably be pretty obvious that this circle is split into fourths, right? Pretty straightforward. One way we know that is this is 90 degrees. This is also going to be 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and 90 degrees. because it's together 360 degrees. Right? You should know that about circles. If not, we can go through some circle basics. However, now to think about this, we have 90 degrees. And we know that 90 over 360, I can also think that is 9 over 6, is just 1 over 4. Which, if we go back to what we had just said, each of these should be a quarter of the area, like a normal pie chart is how I like to think about it. If it's broken into fours, you would have 90 degrees in each one. So we'll come back to this in a second, but this ratio of the area, or the angle, in this case 90, but it'd be x, to the entire circle, which is 360 degrees, is going to be very important for both the arc length and the sector area. Now, I'm trying to find the length of AB. Well, I know, or there's a couple of things I need to know. Let's say need to know. Keep it on need to know basis. So I need to know, if I don't know AB, I need to know x and the circumference, or the radius. Because I can solve for the circumference if I have a radius. Any given radius, right? Circumference equals 2 pi r. Let's go ahead and plug in some values here. Let's see if my orange is going to work. I like having this frocket, man. The front pocket, if you're not aware.
Frocket.
The frocket. You're rocking the frocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say r is, I like 5. That usually works pretty well. And x is going to be, it's greater than 90, so maybe 120. Now, I said I need to know these, and we'll get into why, well, right now. So we know that the ratio is important for x to 360. So I'm going to have 120 over 360, right? My angle over my entire angle. And now I'm going to take that and set it equal to my length of AB over my circumference, C. Just to make sure that's clear. Why we do this is because, similar to triangles, right? If I have some angle like this in here, as I expand that angle, as it grows, the distance from this point to this point is also going to grow. The same thing applies here. As x gets larger, the distance that I have to travel along the circle to get from A to B is also going to increase. And it actually increases proportionally to this degree, such that my angle measure x divided by 360 is going to be equal to the distance AB over the entire circumference. So this is going to actually give me 1/3 is going to be equal to the circumference being 10 pi, and this being AB. So it's going to be, yeah, you can still see that good, equals 10 pi divided by 3. If that doesn't make sense, or if I went too quickly, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to jump right into sector area, because the same things here are relevant. Nope? All right. There's no room over here. Now, for the area of a circle, that's going to be pi r squared, or as Brady likes to say, the area is equal to pi r squarea.
Yay!
If it helps, it helps. If it doesn't, you can laugh at Brady with me. All right. Now, to solve for this, it's just going to be 25 pi. Again, like we had said on the edge over here, it's still the same proportion, still same ratio. So x degrees, which is 120, over 360 is going to be equal to my area of the sector. All right, area of the sector over my area of the entire circle. In this case, that's 25 pi. That's again 1/3 equals the area of the sector over 25 pi, or the area of the sector, and I know my face is getting cut off here, equals 25 pi over 3. And let's circle that as well. Are there any questions? This really just breaks down to proportions. All right, circles, there's a couple of things to always think about. If they're asking for the sector area, the arc length, it's going to be a proportions problem. Right? You need to think about all of the things you're going to need to know, all of the factors, right? We like to think of this, really this is how proportions are anyway, but we like to say it's the part over the whole equals the part over the whole. Okay, I have the part of my degrees, which is x, over my whole. The whole amount of degrees, which in a circle is 360, is going to be equal to the part of the area, or the part of the length, the circumference I want, over the entire area, or the whole circumference. Great. We're going to go ahead and jump into a practice problem. Levi, can you pull up the overlay? It should be on the right spot. It's 36 on the map, so if it's not, it's one of the last pages. I think it's the...
Oh,
Yeah.
it's right there. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay.
I can erase if you want to get started.
Yeah, also, if you guys who are watching, you want to take a second and try to solve this before I go through it, go for it. If you think you have an answer, feel free to spit it out in the comments in the chat. I'm going to say both comments and chat because we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So all of those are technically relevant things.
Oh, CB Turtle, what's up? Good to see you here. I don't know
That was
if
10
you're
minutes
still
ago.
here. Yeah, I know, but I didn't know
Yeah.
who was talking. If you're here, bring your questions. You know, if this stuff is helpful for you, then great. If it's not, then use this time to maybe come up with some questions that are tougher for you.
Yeah, we have the SAT we're working on right now linked below in all of our
You like
things.
it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice.
In YouTube, Facebook, and hey, good to see you. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all have this SAT we have pulled up, linked below, or above, I guess, if you're Facebook. But you can go ahead, click on that. It'll take you to a link where you can go and see it. You can scroll through, find problems you're not comfortable with, and from there you can just ask about them and we can pull them up and go over them.
Yeah, and feel free to ask them now, even if they're irrelevant. We'll just put your name in the queue.
Yep.
So we'll know. We'll get to you first.
And that can be any question. It doesn't have to be math. It can be anything. It also doesn't have to be from this test or the ACT or anything. It could be from any practice test you've taken. Doesn't really matter. Levi, can you make this a little bit bigger for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the figure above, point O, which is the center of the circle, has segments LM and NM, which, oh, I'm reading it wrong. Thanks. Line segments LM, and MN, they are tangent at points L. Let me go ahead and do this. And N. Okay? So it's tangent to the circle. We'll get to that in a minute. It also says, and those are drawn, if the circumference of the circle, so circumference, C equals 96, what is the length of minor arc? Remember, we know that the minor arc is the shortest distance between those two. That means we're going to be going this way, not the other way around. What is the length of that? We just went over this. So the things we need to know, or what we're looking for degrees, right, over 360. This marker is kind of dying on me. And that's going to be equal to, we know the proportion, we have some length, is it Ln, okay, over, let's make that rounded, 96, because we already actually have our circumference. This is just the circumference. Now, this is because I recognize this type of problem. I understand it, and they're saying, I want to find the length, right? So I recognize that they're asking about the arc length or the sector area, and I remember, or I know, that it's going to be a proportions problem. Now, I need to go and find the unknowns. Right now I have two unknowns, right? I'm solving for ln, which is one of the unknowns, but I don't have the degrees. What degrees do I want? If we walk back over here, I want the degrees here. So I want x degrees. How do I solve for that? Great question. If you guys have any ideas, I'm all ears. A couple of things that matter, and you can do this one way or the other, but you still are going to need to know this. if you have a line that is tangent to a circle, it is going to be, for example, we have LM here. Any radius drawn to that is going to leave you with a 90-degree angle. They are going to be perpendicular to one another. Meaning, I know this is 90 degrees. That also means this is going to be 90 degrees. I just drew a square there. That did not work the way I wanted it to. Better. Now, I know that I have a quadrilateral, and I can add up 60, 90, and 90, and then take that and subtract 360, and you can find the value of x. Another way to do this, we always say, if you don't know what to do, throw math at it. What that means for circles, lots of times, circles can be a little bit more confusing than triangles. Probably because, like, at least for me in high school, in my geometry class, we worried a lot more about triangles than we did circles. So something we try to do is think about drawing a radius like that. All right, drawing any radii that are useful, right, to any points that seem significant. In this case, I drew a radius from O to M. And now I have two similar triangles. And I know that this 60 degrees here is going to get cut up into a 30 degree here, and a 30 degree here. 30, 90, that means this is going to be 60 degrees. And that means this is also going to be 60 degrees, right? Because they're similar triangles. Now I know that angle O, or in this case x degrees equals 120 degrees. That was the one thing I did not know that I needed to know to solve for this. I plug it in. Conveniently, we actually did 120 a minute ago, so I know 120, I'll write it out, over 360, right, is equal to 1/3. I'm going to go ahead and put that here instead of below it, which is equal to ln over 96. 1/3, 96, divided by 3 is going to give you 32, so ln, man, come on, marker, equals 32. Are there any questions on that? CB Turtle, does it make sense? Also, something I want to do, since this type of question type is not terribly common, good, glad it does. But they do show up. What I mean by it's not very common is you're not going to see it probably more than once on a test. But I do see questions like this almost every test. So I want to do one more practice problem. I'm going to leave this up. We got so much time, man. I'm going to leave this up. I'm just going to erase this over here.
I got it. You can keep going.
Okay, thanks. What I want to do now is I want to say, how would we find the area of the major arc, Ln? Okay, we know what x is. All this work here we can keep. So we kind of get to do, half this problem since we've already figured out a lot of the difficult parts. But just to show you how similar sector area and arc length are when you're trying to solve for them, it's the same approach, and it's almost the exact same thing we do. Oh, I can't quite do area, can I? I don't know the radius. No, I do.
Of this?
I'm gonna change some of these values. Yeah, because 96 divided by pi is gonna give me something gross. So I'm going to change this to, ready for this, guys? Some magic here.
96 pi.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
So now we have 96 pi is the circumference, and I want to solve for the area of the major arc. So let me write that here. So I want to find area of the sector of major arc Ln. I don't know why I'm looking at this like I know what letters are here because I didn't write them up and the screen's there, but whatever. We're now trying to find the area of the sector of the major arc Ln. Back over here. We had this a second ago. There's a ratio we need to remember, or just a proportion and a ratio we need to know. I'm going to have degrees over 360. Right? Part over whole is going to equal the part, which is the area of the sector, over the whole, which is the whole area of the circle. Let's say circle. So how do we find the area of the circle? All right, and how do we find the degrees? Because what we're trying to solve for is this. And now instead of having only one unknown, we have two. Hey, see us going? Good to see you. Can we solve this? Is this something we can do? Spoilers, we can. But if you're curious, let me know. Or if you think we can't, say why, and I can help walk you through that. What I want to start with is finding out the area. So let's go ahead and go back to the circumference. We know that that is 96 pi. Circumference equals 2 pi times r. So let's divide this by 2. Or actually, let's just plug it in. 96 equals 2 pi r. Pi. All right, 96 pi equals 2 pi r. I'm going to cancel the pi's. I get 96 equals 2r, and then r equals 48. Yeah. It's a really large circle. This is gonna be, I'm going to grab the calculator. This is going to be a large one. I don't know 48 squared, guys. I'll be honest. Now, I have the radius, which is important because we're trying to find the area of the circle. The area equals, Brady?
The radius.
The area equals area
IR radius
squarea. Yeah, Brady really likes that one. I thought he was going to be paying attention. I apologize. So 48 squared is going to give us a really nice number here. 2304, because we all knew that, right? Pi. So now I know. Whoa, gosh, I don't know why I didn't see that as you walked up with it.
Yeah.
That was creepy. Okay.
In a good way?
No, we now know the area. The only thing we have left that we have the possibility of solving for is degrees. Without degrees, we can't find the area of the sector. So we look back over there, and we know that angle LON, which it might look a little bit messy over there, but what is effectively x is 120 degrees. So if that's the angle of the minor arc, the angle of the major arc is going to be 360 minus that. So I'll actually write that here. 360 minus 120 over 360 equals the area of the sector over the large number here, 2304 pi. That is gross. So up top we're going to get 240, and I'm just going to solve this times, oh wait, hold on, 240 times such a gross number. You know what? It cleans up not too bad. So the area of the sector ends up equaling 1536 pi. Are there any questions on that? Does it make sense how I did that? And we're not using these numbers. I changed a little bit. All right, I changed it from 96 to 96 pi. Don't worry about that if you're tuning in a little bit late here. But are there any questions? Hey, Aridi. Aridi, were you here for this one? Do you have any questions? Are you good? Do you guys have any questions in general that you want to post either in the Discord or in the chat? We can add that to the queue, or if it's anything somewhat related to this right now, I'll happily answer it. Doesn't seem like anyone had any issues with this. If you did, speak up. Otherwise, Levi, do you mind kicking off the...
I'm going to pull it to what I want to do.
Okay, I will go ahead and erase.
We might lag.
Okay. I think we are. You could have gone the other way around.
I need to go to writing, so kind of halfway.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yay. Okay, now for the exciting part where we do grammar. It's not exact. It's a little grammar. Don't make that face. Don't make that
Should
face.
we post questions in the Discord or the Twitch chat?
Ideally,
Both.
Discord.
If you have a picture of your problem, post it in the Discord. If it's just a kind of a generic problem, or if it's something about strategy or something like that, you can post in the chat.
Yeah, but anything you post, if you're writing it out by hand or by keys, just make sure if it's math that it has the right parentheses and places so we don't get mixed up with order of operations.
Also, actually, here's a better way to think about it. If it is not related to what we're what we're talking about right now, post in the Discord. That way, it's easier for us to find it.
Yeah.
Um,
Or write it on a piece of paper, crumple up that piece of paper, and throw it in the garbage.
That's the best way to reach us.
Yep. Or give it to your parents and tell them send it to the same place you sent my letters to Santa.
I
Yeah.
thought that was where you were going.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Blessed. Okay. We are doing. Okay. I'm not used to the pens being here.
No, yeah, it takes a minute.
Okay. We are doing.
Farmers.
Okay. Gosh.
You started.
I did. Nice. Yeah, I
Yes,
did.
you
I
did.
did. Whatever.
Can't get mad at
We
that.
are. This is pink. It's probably not a good choice. Doing the most exciting thing, which is sentence combos. This is the last SAT specific thing we're doing before the ACT next Saturday.
Shout out to Kellen Daniel. What?
Shout out to Kellen Daniel. Yep. Is that your dad?
No. Good
Okay.
friend from high school. Don't know if he'd say good friend.
Of your
but
dad?
we're at least friends.
Got. Okay. Okay. Very good. Now, sentence combos are. I actually find that students just don't really know what to do, and that makes sense because they're often very, very long answers, and they're all very. Hey, Kellen.
Woo.
Okay. We got 2 first names. Yes, it is his dad. Very good. Yeah. That makes sense.
Also, Reedy
I like
asked some questions. You want to put a Reedy up in the queue?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Reedy, there you are.
And
Sorry, I don't have a ton of room to write my stuff, so once it's gone, then we'll figure it out. I did spell that right. Okay, great. Now, sentence combos. There are a couple things that we want to keep in mind. Number 1 is the simplest, and it's going to be grammar. It's often going to be they're combining 2 sentences that are perfectly fine sentences on their own, and then when you combine them, they don't do it the right way.
Whoops.
In this problem, it's actually not an issue, so because they're super long, and it ends up that they more or less make sense. And then the other big one is context. This is hard. It depends on the question, but in the case of number 7 here, context is legitimately difficult. That's the hardest thing, and it's the little bitty things here in these questions, or in these answer choices, that decide the answer. Now, these concepts, while sentence combos are only on the SAT, there's very similar stuff on the ACT, and using context and being very, intentional, that's the word I wanted. Being intentional about how much attention you're paying to context is extremely helpful. So, one of the most important ones is transitions. It's little words that connect ideas, and you have to keep those in mind. So, let's first give ourselves the context from this. So we're talking, this is on SAT2, it's down below if you're on Twitch, it's wherever else, if you're on Facebook, just find it, okay? It's there. So SAT2, this is number 7 on the writing and EBR, whatever it is. Being very helpful. So, we have libraries, we're talking about computers now. So, in fact, librarians, so this is our sentence, and then we say, while these classes are particularly helpful to young students developing basic research skills, adult patrons can also benefit from librarians' assistance in that they can acquire job-relevant computer skills. Okay, sure. So what we have here is that librarians are teaching classes to kids and to adults, and those people can benefit from those things. That's extremely important because I'm pretty sure it messes with A. A doesn't quite work there. Now, all the ideas, all the big words here are the same. You have librarians, you have training, you have internet, whatever that stuff is, but you need those little connecting words that totally change the meaning of the sentence. So let's look at A. In fact, librarians training now includes courses on research and internet search methods. Many librarians teach classes in internet navigation, database and software use, and digital information literacy is taught by them.
I don't believe it.
Oh. Okay, so there are a couple things wrong here. I don't like that it's focusing on librarians training. We don't care that much about librarians training. So this is another thing in context.
Maybe they care.
Main idea. Or, no, that's not what I want. Generally, you want the subject to equal the topic. And I will explain that, because that's a little vague. The topic of this passage is about librarians and how useful they are to our society. So, this whole sentence is mainly about librarians training. That's what it's focused on. I don't like that. We don't care about librarians training. We care about librarians, and there's a fine line there. So this sentence has the wrong subject. The subject is training instead of librarians. Whereas B has, in fact, many librarians whose training now includes research, internet stuff. Those librarians teach classes in internet navigation, yada, yada, yada. I like B a lot because it's talking about librarians teaching classes rather than librarians being taught, or the training of librarians giving those librarians skills. Does that it's a very fine line. So if you don't understand that, please let me know. If you happen to be Brendan's dad watching the stream, also please let me know again, even though you already have. Okay, let's look at C. Oh, also another problem with A is a little thing that has more to do with grammar, or definitely has more to do with grammar, which is taught by them. Passive voice, we don't like passive voice. If you don't know what passive voice is, please let me know. Okay, C. Training now includes courses on research and internet search methods. Many librarians, in fact, are teaching classes in internet navigation, all that stuff. Okay, this one is making a similar mistake to A, and it's redundant. So the first sentence focuses on training. Again, we don't care about training. It's not the topic of this passage. And we want to stay on topic as much as possible with the subjects of our sentences. So, in C, we don't like that it starts that way, and then it repeats itself because it says librarians then do that training, and that's not helpful either. Okay, so it's redundant. In C, we have, many librarians, in fact, are teaching classes, but you just talked about courses on it's not helpful. Okay, so I don't like A, and I don't like C. D. Including courses on research and internet search methods in their training is, in fact, why many librarians teach classes. Oh, okay, so the ideas are all there, again, but they're pointing at the wrong thing. They're now explaining why librarians teach classes about internet stuff. And it's because their training taught them to teach classes. Again, we don't care. We care about librarians, and then what happens next is that kids and then adults benefit from this. Okay, this is a lot of stuff, but these are the big ones. Grammar, obviously, is an enormous topic. But one of the very common ones is what happened in A, which is passive voice. Keep an eye out for that. It's going to be at the end of phrases where it says by them or from the whatever that might be. And then with context, it's about the transitions. The big ideas will be there, but it's how you connect them. There's fine lines, little skimpy things that, that's weird, little tiny things that are going to change the meaning. And you want to stay on topic. That's the big one. That's the point of these. I'm going to do one more, and then we'll move on to other stuff. Do we have any other questions aside from Arides? Can you go to number 18?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Wait, I want to leave that up.
Yep. Ooh, is it not A?
Ah.
Sorry. All right.
Yes, this is not from that. It might be A. Ooh, could you guys do some math after this? Ryan, we are going to do so much math after this, but you have to ask us questions, or
Yeah,
we're going to never do math again, right?
We just went over some math, but yeah, what topics do you want?
Yeah, Ryan, ask us stuff.
That's Ryan from yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan from yesterday.
Oh, hello.
I'll be out here soon.
Geometry. Gonna need a little bit.
Okay.
little bit
More specifically.
At the beginning, we went over circles.
Yeah, we did. Brendan did sectors of circles and things like that, and those proportions and ratios and things, that's extremely helpful, especially for the harder questions on both tests. So you can go back and look at that, or you can figure out new stuff that you don't understand, and then get.
We have a test that you can look at to
look down. You're on Twitch, so look down below, and I think it's one of our first panels, and it has links to the SAT and the ACT. Do the SAT because that's the overlay we have tonight. Look at those math questions, see which ones hit on concepts that you don't fully grasp. Now, we are doing 18. I'll be done with this very soon. We can move on to math, even though it's not as good as this.
Let's go.
Which choice most effectively combines the sentences at the underlined portion? Okay, so going back to recognition, because we always love to talk about recognition. It's a way to save time on every single section. We recognize the word combines, so it's sentence combo. Really easy. These are extremely easy questions to recognize. Now we've recognized that, let's see what's happening. It's not like the last one where there's just big swaths of sentences. So there's going to be context here for sure, but grammar might come into play as well. Who knows? But I actually don't think it does, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm going to start at the beginning of the paragraph. The plainer rooms are more sparsely furnished. Their architectural features, furnishings, and decorations are just as true to the periods they represent. Okay. And we are seeing, do we want to say furnished and then start, so the original is starting a new sentence. And then A is saying whatever happens in the first sentence maybe is caused by, or the second sentence kind of does the first sentence. And then B, we have the word but, which is contrast. So I'm going to write that in because that's important. This is a transition word. When you see but, that means contextually you are contrasting two things. And that's a really, really helpful thing. And then C has a colon, which means you are definitely in the same idea. So you're elucidating on that idea, you're going deeper, you're giving something that grows out of it, something like that. So this one's not contrast. This is possibly restating. It could be, but they're definitely, they agree with each other, these two ideas that we're connecting. And then D is whereas. So that's also contrast, but it's a little bit different from but. So we will see how those two play out. Let's now move on to the context of this instead of just the context of the answer choices. The planar rooms are more sparsely furnished. Okay, there's an emotional word in here. There's an emotional connotation to one of these words, and I would say it's sparsely. It's pretty negative. Because what happens earlier in this passage is that they're talking about museum rooms that are really beautiful. I think they're the little miniature rooms. I think that's this passage. So tiny rooms, they're really beautiful, all these different decorative things. And then we have the planar rooms are more sparsely furnished. And then here, so I'm going to say sparsely is an interesting word, so I want to keep track of that. And then architectural features, furnishings, and decorations are just as true. That's interesting. That's kind of like saying, well, you know, something like he did it first, or he's just as culpable as me. So these are just as true. So they're just as good. So it seems like it's responding to this negativity of sparsely in the first sentence, which means that we are not restating. So you wouldn't put a colon there. So I don't like B. No, C was that one. And then I don't think that A works because they're more sparsely furnished by architectural features, furnishings, and decorations. So that actually creates a little bit of redundancy, and it makes no sense. XVEX, what's going on? How are you? Ask questions, please. But I hope you're doing well. Bird, do you hope XVEX is doing well?
Yes.
Say yeah. Yeah, okay. Huh, I definitely thought number C was correct for this. Yeah, why did you think that? What made you feel that way? Because what I do is I don't like finding right answers. I like finding 3 wrong answers. It's a way better way to do things because you're trying to poke holes in answers instead of trying to say, that's definitely the right one. And I think you should do that way if you have time, which you should. So let's look at B and D because they're both contrast. I thought the second sentence is supporting evidence and adding more info. Because of sparsely, and you have to understand, you know, the tiny little idiomatic meanings behind these words, but sparsely is negative, and just as true seems like it's trying to make up for something negative that comes before, right? I'm not as tall as Brady, but I'm just as blue-shirted tonight, right?
Yeah.
So trying to make up for something. I'm going to say B on this one. I agree, XVEX. I think it's B too. The contrast is there, and it's contrasting the right stuff. So the planar rooms are more sparsely furnished, but they're just as good. Versus D, which is the planar rooms are sparsely furnished, whereas they're just as good. That actually is switching the subject of the sentence. That's like saying, I am 5'10", whereas Bird is 5'4", 5'5".
Me?
Yeah.
6'2"?
Well, you were 5'5". You have that much. You just have a little more.
Well, by the intermediate value theorem, of course I was 5'4" at some point.
Yeah.
Stop.
D doesn't really make sense. Exactly, XVEX. It's because it's implying a change of subject. You know, A does this, whereas B does this, but we're talking about A each time, if that makes sense. So we're going to go with B. Okay, this was sentence combinations. They are confusing question types for sure. I find that there are very easy ones and there are very, very hard, confusing ones. And you have to work through thinking grammar first, and that generally is pretty easy to tell, and then it's context, and you have to pay attention to those transitions, and then you want to stay on topic as much as possible.
Levi, can you add Parch up there?
Parch. Ooh, Parch. Hey, does Parch have a Twitch account? Parch, you got to get a Twitch account or a YouTube or something so you can talk to us.
Hey, XVEX is on. Did you see that?
Yeah, unless Parch is XVEX. Yeah, I said hi to XVEX. I was going over past 15... I was going over... Oh, PSAT test? 15...
Just a past test, 15 questions at a time.
Oh, nice. Good. Yes, that's awesome. That's a very good way to do that.
Are you done with the overlay, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
That's a great way to do that because you're focusing on accuracy more than anything else. And if you're at that point, you want to practice being perfect, not practice being pretty good. Or, you know, if you're at 34, you want to practice being 36, not 34 consistently. So for those of you that are close to perfect on any of the sections, what you want to be doing is being perfect all the time, which is hard and it sounds silly, but you want to know for every question that you're answering, you want to know the wrong answers and why they're wrong. Specifically why they're wrong. It makes you more sensitive to why wrong answers are wrong in the future. Allows you to recognize those things a little bit more quickly. Okay, so we got some math. We have a Aridi, and then we have Parch. And then hopefully we can get some geometry in there for you, Ryan.
4 is going to be close to perfect. It's not perfect.
It's not perfect. You will not get a perfect score on the reading with 4 wrong on the ACT, or SAT for that matter. But it's good.
It's really good,
It's
yeah.
very, very solid for sure. I mean, it's just if that's what you want to improve. Now, if you have a 31, 32 on reading and you have a 20 on English, then do the English.
Your reading's good, yeah.
You're doing great.
Thank you. I feel great. Okay.
I'll go.
So for this problem, this is Aridi's problem. You can check it out in the Discord. There are 2 equations, and it says that the system has no solutions. A and B are constants. Let me throw that in there. A, B are constants. Probably should have used the lowercase. What's the value of A over B? You can use matrices for this. Yes, you can. You can generally use matrices to solve systems of equations. Okay, so a system has no solutions. Let's remember what a system of linear equations is. On a graph, there are literally 2 lines, and we're trying to find the intersection point. Okay, so I'm just going to draw 2 random lines, this one and this one right here. Okay? Oh my gosh, that's an X, and that is a Y. Woo! Okay, good save, thank you. So this system right here of 2 lines has 1 intersection point, hence it has 1 solution. Okay? There are 3 different things that could happen. You could have 1 solution like this. You could have infinite solutions, which would look like, let me use a different color for this. Infinite solutions would look like this. One line is directly on top of the other line. So
Don't ruin the colors.
I know. I'm just gonna. Oh, does this even count? If one line and another line are in fact the same line, then every point one line has, the other line also has. So therefore, there's an infinite set of points in both directions. There are infinite solutions. And then there's this occasion. I think to solve this, put in a y equals mx plus b, then it makes the slope and the b value different. We'll see about that, Ryan. For no solutions, the 2 lines do not intersect at any point. How is it possible for 2 lines to never intersect if they're parallel? 2 lines have to have the same slope, and then they'll never intersect. So this line here, parallel lines have the same slope. So therefore, these 2 lines need to have the same slope, okay? To find the slope of this line, I could put this in slope-intercept form like Ryan was saying. It's actually not necessary, because if I just assume that this coefficient is the same as this, and this coefficient is the same as this, these 2 lines are bound to have the same slope, okay? So if I put, and by the way, same slope, different y-intercept. That's how you get, because 2 lines that can be parallel might be the same line. You need to have 2 lines that are parallel without the same y-intercept. So if this is 3/4, if b is 1/2, this line will have the same slope as this line, and therefore they're never going to touch. So A is going to be 3/4. B is going to be, notice that we're subtracting by, so we want to use positive 1/2, because this right here, as Brennan would say, is symmetrical to this right here. You need to make the C value equal. X vex, that would be if these lines were infinite solutions and they were exactly the same line. Then we want to beef all this up so that these would be proportional. But these have no solutions, so these are not the same line. They just happen to have the same slope. Yes. Okay. So B is going to have to be positive 1/2. So A over B would be 3/4 divided by 1/2. Whenever I have vertical division like this, I always like to remind myself how fraction division works with just normal horizontal division. So 3/4 times the reciprocal of 1/2, which is 2/1, which is going to give me 6/4 3/2. That's going to be the answer. I understand the question now. Good. Or is it I understand the question? No. 3/2, 1.5. Okay, good. Good question. I think one of us is going to take Parch now.
Yep, I got it.
All right, let me erase this for you. Yeah, let me spray this
I gotta
down.
read his next one.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'll just clean up your mess. Whatever.
You always clean up the mess.
You know, I shouldn't be doing that.
Well, it depends
I got in
on
trouble last time.
depends on who you are.
Well, I'm me and you're you.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, you should not be cleaning up my
That's what I'm
mess.
saying. All
For a
right.
second there, I thought I was you and you were me, and that's why my traps felt huge. You have large traps. You
There's
do.
no way to get away from it.
There's no. I mean, you can
Where
remove
do you
them.
get into the queue? You can join our Discord and post a question there, or you can ask us a general question in the chat. However, it's because the chat moves, it's easier if you post on the Discord. Oh yeah, if you guys type in !Discord and you're on, hey, there you go. Levi did it. That's also a Twitch thing, so sorry to YouTube and Facebook watchers. That's, it's not really made for that. Sorry. Why? What do you do? Okay. Parch, you still on? You here? Say something. I need to know. All right, we have this oddly shaped thing. Oh, not bad. We have 45 degrees, x degrees, x degrees, and x degrees. Well, we're asked.
What are you gonna do for this one? I'm nervous for
I'm
you.
going to take a deep breath
And not punch me in the
and
face.
calm down. Yeah, so we're trying to find. Yeah, he might not have an account. All right, we're trying to find x.
It's fun because no one knows who I am except when they realize that I'm not Levi or Brendan. Then it's clear
And you're
who
also
I am.
taller.
I have glasses.
Okay. So we're trying to. Yeah, that's right. Well, he has glasses. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're trying to solve for x. How do we do this? Scary. Yeah, Reedy's right. One thing you need to know here, and Parch, if you would like to either clarify this on the Discord or make a quick Twitch account and comment whether or not you knew this, but what we have here is quadrilateral. And what we know with a quadrilateral is that it is 360 degrees. All the angles, all the interior angles add up to 360 degrees. Right? XVEX has the right idea. So what we're doing here is we're going to say, well, I know all of these are going to add up to be 360. So I have 45 degrees plus x, x, and x. So I have 3 times x, we'll say degrees, equals 360 degrees. All right, I subtract that and I get 3x equals, what is that, 315? It'll be 105. Let's check which answer choice that is. It would be D. Parch, either in the chat or through the Discord, does that make sense? Does that clear that up? I guess I kind of went through this a little quickly, but do you have any other questions on that? One way you could have done this, if you're not comfortable with that.
Parch just says it's really easy, actually.
Okay.
So they're all good.
All right. Great. All right. Yeah, you can ask anything you want, Parch. Don't worry about it.
ask whatever you like.
Oh yeah. So it seems like some of you are pretty new. Ask questions about the ACT, ask questions about the SAT, ask questions about Brendan's
Don't do
personal
it.
life. You have to ask questions about Brendan's personal life if you're not asking anything else. It's better for you if you ask about other stuff. But if you are an SAT person, there is a subject test coming out in not March SAT, but the following one that is
An
Brendan's personal
experimental.
life,
Yeah.
BPL.
Just make sure not to get Levi talking about things.
SAT 2 BPL. Yes.
Except for the last 5 because I haven't learned some of it. Well, if you haven't learned some of those topics, ask us about those topics, and we will. Ready for this, Levi?
Yes.
Teach you. We will teach you
We will teach you about Brendan's personal life.
math. We will teach you math.
Right. Yep.
All right. I hate the SAT. You know what? I liked the ACT better. I'll be honest.
Take that BPL subject test. Or take the ACT. Or take the SAT, and guys, what do we do when we do something we don't like for a long period of time and can't get out of it?
We repress and dissociate.
Teamwork.
We're teaching these
This-
kids mental health. It's great.
Yeah.
We're teaching them how.
Ellipses. All right, put it on the
Ooh,
screen.
yeah. I'll just write ellipses. Whatever. Ellipse is fine. Some of the last 5 are geometry and volume question. Okay, can someone get Ryan's question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go. Okay,
Yeah,
this
I'll do
is
that
Reedy's
stuff.
number 2 question. So this is our table.
Alright.
It gives us people who have these 4 blood types and these positive and negative rhesus factors. And we are told that if we're going to take one of the negative R people, so the minus people, we're going to get a 1/9. We have a 1/9 chance of picking a B person. To make that possible, what is the value of X? There are a couple things that we need to understand here. The first one is that we do not need the plus. These numbers do not affect it. They don't give us a total number. We don't know what everything adds up to. We only care about the minus because we're choosing from these minus people. If you have no idea what this means, check what Reedy's put in the Discord because you can see exactly what the problem asked. I just shorthanded it. So, of these people, we have a 1/9 chance of choosing B. But we have an issue here. We don't know what X is, and we have to find it. So we're going to start out with 1/9. Yes, what's up?
Can you have Ryan post that in the Discord if at all possible?
Hey Ryan, could you possibly post that in the Discord? The way it's formatted,
It's easier for us to have
yeah,
the image
it's just
in the
much
Discord.
easier for us to do it there. Okay,
But thank you.
we have a 1 in 9 chance of getting the B person. We also know, so this is a part right here. We have a part over the whole. And now these aren't the actual numbers because we know that there are actually 2 B people who are negative because we need both of these things to be true. Now, that means that we're going to write our part there. We have 2 out of something. 2 out of what will be equal to 1/9? It'll be out of 18. This is not our answer because so 18 is the whole. And the whole would be from how many people are we choosing of the minus blood type people or the minus R factor people. So we have to add these 4 numbers up to get 18. So we're just going to take 18 here. And we're going to say 18 equals 7 plus 2 plus 1 plus x, which is 10, so x is 8. Aridi, does this make sense? Can someone post it in the Discord for me? Yeah, also if anybody's unhappy about the Discord or joining Twitch, all of it is very good. It's just email. I don't even think for Discord you need an email. Maybe you do.
Maybe you do.
But Google has all your information anyway, and if Brendan wanted it, he could find it and then, take all of your money and all of your pets.
We don't need to let them know I can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Brendan can't do that.
Yeah.
Questions on this? Aridi, anybody? We can go to Ellipse next.
I
if we
love
need.
that question.
This one, what? Ryan's question?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to do the ellipse question.
Okay. Cool. So generalizing this, I like, and you should also like building equations. And proportions are a type of equation. Always remember part over whole. That's just like what Brendan did with the sectors of circles.
Sorry, are you done? Can I come up?
I'm done. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start ellipses then. I just wasn't sure if you were.
Okay.
I'm gonna just erase the
I
Q.
like that question.
I'll leave the Q up.
That's a fun one. I will take care of it.
Do you
Take care
not?
of it.
Do you not want it?
No, I said I'll take good care of it.
Oh, okay. XVEX, say hi. I'm assuming you're still here. So ellipses. Usually what they ask you to find is not just one focus, but 2 foci.
Foci.
I always
Foci.
messed up with
It is foci.
foci.
Yes.
Levi, I hate you then. Every time we talk about this, Levi makes me mess up with it because he says foci, which it's not like mochi. It is not a sweet, sweet Japanese dessert that is ice cream wrapped in rice.
So ellipses were created in Italy, so it's pronounced foci.
You're just wrong. No, you need 2 C's to make it the CH sound.
That's not true.
I'm almost positive.
No, it was much.
No, you're wrong. I know. Oh,
No.
here
It
it
was
is, guys.
much long. It was far.
The thing is, I almost believed you, like you had any idea about Italian, but it's close enough to Spanish. I work in an Italian restaurant. Get out of here.
I met an Italian.
I'm
Okay.
doing
Yeah,
math.
that's a good point.
You don't.
You don't go near
Ellipses.
Brendan when he's doing math.
You don't.
Everyone knows that.
Don't do it.
Don't get in between.
I have wide reaches. Okay, the equation of an ellipse. The equation of. Why did I put a second dot? Of ellipse. Ellipse. We have, now I can put the dots, x minus h plus y minus k. Oh, I'm not done, guys. These are squared. I have a squared. I have b squared. So obviously I'm going to have, you're right, oh no, I have 1. I have 1. Okay? This is the equation of ellipse. It's pretty wonky looking if you haven't seen it before. It's similar to a circle, right? X minus h squared plus y minus k squared, which should equal the radius squared if we're doing equations of a circle, which Brady went over yesterday. For an ellipse, it's slightly different. We still have the center being at, being at h comma k. That's still important. Are ellipses only on the ACT? Yes. I have not seen them on the SAT. You guys can correct me, but it's pretty much just an ACT topic.
You can draw it in yourself, though.
You can draw it in yourself. No, they don't really ask anything about this. So here's the center.
There was an ellipse question on the ACT.
No,
Yes,
SAT,
we're saying SAT.
SAT doesn't.
It's not on the SAT. Brady,
I'm so sorry.
grab a seat. Good thing he's already
Go up
sitting
there and
down.
apologize.
Now we have, guys,
With your mask.
for 2 seconds. What are A and B? A, I like to think of it because A is with X, so A is the width. B is with Y, so B is the height. Whoa, come on, Brendan. Not height, height. Now, if I were to draw this, let's draw 2 of these so it makes it a little bit easier. So if I have a horizontal ellipse, my center is here, and this distance from here to here is going to be A. All right, and this distance is B. Same thing, let's go here, and let's use a different marker so you can see that a little better.
Put it in your pocket.
My back pocket?
No, you don't have one.
Oh, okay.
Put it in your pocket. Put it in your
So
pocket.
in this case, this is still A, and now this is B. Now, when we're talking about the foci, or you're going to have 2, it's a focus, you'll have 2 of them, it's 2 foci. I just wish I could say that better. They're going to be roughly in that position. To solve for that, though, there's a little bit of an equation you need to remember. And it should be pretty straightforward. You have, I like doing this as well, c squared equals a squared minus b squared. Good. So I like to think of this as the absolute value, because how you're supposed to set this equation up, and we'll get to what c is in a moment. You have a squared minus b squared, which works if you are having a horizontal ellipse. However, if I have a vertical ellipse where b is much greater, then I'm going to have a negative number for c squared. I'm going to take the square root of a negative number. It's imaginary. You can't do that. Math dies, and the world explodes. So instead, I don't like trying to remember that the bigger one has to come first, although it should be fairly easy to just be like, oh, I'm just going to not have a negative number, so I'll just take the absolute value. So I just write it on there to make it simpler. I just like to think of it this way, make it straightforward as possible. So let's give it some values. Let's say A is 4 and B is 3. That's going to be 16 minus 9. No, I want it to be a little cleaner.
Can I start drawing on the left side?
Let's say 5 and 9 and 3. Do you want to start drawing what?
On the left side?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Wait, do you write backwards? Well, can you read it? I hope so.
Okay, I think they're confused. I think they're reading backwards and they don't realize it.
Yeah, you guys are reading backwards.
It's pretty impressive, by the way. So let's say that A is 5 and B is 3. So I'm going to say c squared equals 25 minus 9, and I'll say the absolute value. C squared equals 16, and C equals 4. And well, you can say plus or minus 4. All right, it's actually going to be useful here. At this point, why did we solve for c, right? What is c? We have this equation, but why does it matter? New color. What's the improv thing you say?
New choice.
New choice. New choice. Now that I know what c is, what I do, and let's say we have to have a center. So let's say the center is going to be, let's just say the origin, 0, 0. So if my b is 3, my a is 5, it's going to look something, something like that. That's uneven, but you get what I'm getting at. We'll say it's -1, 0. It's all fine. At this point, what we're going to do, -1, 0, I'm going to add and subtract c to the center to find my two foci. So I'm going to add 4, and I'm going to get 3, 0. And I'm going to subtract 4, and I'm going to get -5, 0. So these are my, let's see how I can do this, foci. That handwriting looks rough. That is really the most common question I've seen on the ACT when they do ask about anything involving an ellipse. It's almost always to find the foci, or to have an idea of where they should be. So I've seen a question where they give you an equation of an ellipse, and they say, which of these points cannot be, or are not the foci? And a lot of them end up being on the actual ellipse itself, and that can't be true, right? They're going to have the same y value, or the same b. Wait, do they give you a and b? Yes, you would have a and b.
Or you're solving for them, I guess.
I don't know.
What animal?
You could, and if they don't give you a and b x vex, it is the distance from the center to the edge. So if they give you the points there, you can still solve for your a here and your b there. But because it's a difficult concept, it's something that not many people learn, right? It's a little bit out there. They don't tend to make the actual problem you're solving with it too complex. Yes, pretty much. It's easy if you know it. Math tends to be that way until you get into super high level stuff, but it's easy if you know how to do it or know the equations. It's just, this is one of those things that not many people learn in school, so it ends up being a question that not many people get right. But yeah.
Is this a lion? What animal is this?
I think it's supposed to be a lion.
Okay. Do I look like a very
It's
like
a tutor.
intellectual lion?
No. Oh, like the librarian lions?
I don't know, yeah.
Like that old show we all used to watch because we all had TVs growing up, right, Levi?
I actually don't know that.
I just sleep in my Algebra 2 class. Regret not taking pre-calc. Oh, okay. So you find Algebra 2 boring, and you wish you were more challenged. That's a good problem to have. Yeah, you should take a hard class next year. Okay. So this is originally Ryan's question. It's a volume question that Aridi posted in the Discord. Thank you, Aridi. You are a legend. The question is, what is the volume of this grain silo? That's right. Okay.
So, I don't know why it made me think Lonely
It's
Island.
okay, you're a legend. So we have a cylinder, and then we have two cones. So this is an SAT question, by the way, and they will give you the formulas at the very beginning of the math section, which will be crucial if you don't know them. I didn't take pre-calc yet. I'm still taking this SAT Math 2 this year. Going to take pre-calc over the summer. Okay. Aridi, if you need some Math 2 tutoring, we do that. Okay, so let's go over some volume formulas. The volume of a cylinder is pi r squared times the height, and the volume of a cone is pi r squared times the height over 3. It is 1/3 the volume of the cylinder that has the same dimensions. 1/3 pi r times height. Pi r squared times height for a cone.
For a cone.
Yeah, you gotta have that squared in there, x vex. Okay, so let's start with this central cylinder. The central cylinder, the volume would be pi r squared height. The radius is 5, so I'm going to put that right in here, and I'm going to square that, and I'm multiplying that by the height of the cylinder, which is 10. So that's going to be pi times 25 times 10, which is 250 pi. Awesome. Okay, now the cone. Now,
One thing to make your life easier. These two cones are identical. Find the volume of one, just double it. It's going to be fun. Okay? Bottom cone, because it's the same as the top cone. We're going to do 1/3 pi r squared h, or pi r squared h over 3. It's the same thing. So I'll just use this. We have pi, the radius is 5 squared, times the height, which is also 5. We're dividing that by 3. Okay, so that's going to be 5 cubed times pi over 3, which is going to be 125 pi over 3. 125 pi over 3. Okay, great. These are not simplifiable as a fraction. I only employ my fine grammar on the ACT. Very good. Not the SAT, just the ACT. You should do it on both. That's just this bottom cone. So, Ryan, you can direct message us about that, and we'll respond pretty quickly. To double this, I'd have to multiply this volume by 2, which is going to give me 250 pi over 3. Okay, so I have 250 pi for the cylinder, 250 pi over 3 for the two cones. If I add that up, I've got, I got to use a calculator for this.
Hey, Braidware, did XFX ever email you back?
Is XFX who
We're not going to say names. We're not going to say names. But
Yes, but they haven't called.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
They said they would.
Cool.
Yes, okay, so 250 pi plus 250 divided by 3 pi, pi is 1047.19. We're going to say 8. Let's just make sure that that is an answer.
He can. That doesn't matter to us. I just
Let's
don't wanna
make
do
sure that's an answer. Come on, come on. I need a brand new pair of shoes. Yes, I do. It is D. 1047.2.
It's a
Like you're gambling. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I need some shoes.
Okay.
I need some shoes. Okay.
That was good.
Any questions on this one? Or is that making sense? It's just plug and chug, and then combine the chug into a much larger chug.
A chug jug.
A chug jug. Yeah. A jug of chug jug. It's a chug jug for your jug chug.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it is. Good.
I think it's.
Okay. Who's next? Who's next? We got some questions here?
Do we? I don't think so. Also, guys, I was thinking, can we host another stream, or do we have to ask permission from that stream?
No, we don't have to ask.
We should probably host Tifu after this, because he's on right now. I feel like
I actually want to.
we make him cry.
What?
Never had
Who's Tifu?
Tifu's
He's like the biggest streamer right
he's
now.
like an up and coming guy,
Oh, okay.
a little behind us.
Yeah.
Sure, is
Yeah.
he doing
Something like that.
ACT and SAT as most large streamers start with?
Yes.
And then
Then
making
they
the-
realize it's a terrible decision and move to Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah, Ninja was actually an SAT tutor for I think 20 years.
Yeah,
20.
20 years.
Yeah.
Isn't he only like 27, 28?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? He's only like 27 or 28.
Is he?
I don't think he's much older.
I think he's over 30.
Do you have milk in your fridge? Then
Who's
you better
Drumsy?
go catch it. I know that one.
Drumsy.
Wait, no, that's not it. Do you have Prince Albert in a can?
Well, you
Then
better let him out.
You better let him out!
That was my grandma loved that one. I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
No idea. What
I don't know
that
what it is either.
It used to be an old like type of canned food. Like,
What was in it? Was it like a meat kind of thing? Or what
Maybe?
was it? Like
I don't
spam? You actually have milk, though. It's important. Yes, we do.
Silk.
yes,
Yeah,
I have
we have-
lots of
We have
Lots
some
of milk. I
cow
have a couple
milk,
gallons.
and we have some almond milk.
almond milk's a lie.
Well, I mean, it's there. It's real. It's not cow's milk. It's
Yeah,
almond
we
milk.
should probably get the Brendan. Why don't you bring your milk on stream?
Stream
You
milk?
got mad at me last time I drank milk on stream.
You're going to have him bring his stream
Yeah.
milk on our milk
Because
stream?
it was loud.
No, I wasn't.
Drumsy, is there a reason why we'll be rewarded? I'm very intrigued.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh,
Hey!
stealthy sumo. Maybe not so stealthy.
Dude, what's up?
I feel like
Thanks
You
for
know
the
when
follow,
the-
XFX.
the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
Like-
Like you feel like someone's
Watching.
Following you!
Okay.
Oh, not watching? Oh.
No,
Yeah.
following.
Dang.
Hey,
I
XFX.
missed it.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
I am curious, Drumsy.
Yeah, Drumsy, you've got us
You've peaked.
on
my-
tenterhooks, as it were.
What?
And
It's
it-
an
it was.
old, outdated expression that means like
Oh,
on our tiptoes, excited about, or just nervous. What's going on? Why should we be excited about this milk thing?
Oh, hey. Dope.
What does rated the channel mean?
Milk. Elia, Hell yeah, awesome.
Brendel Mayo?
All these
Who's that?
people.
Thanks
Hey,
for the...
thank you.
Wow.
Tall
A
Neck
whole line
just
of
rated.
people following
Hey,
us.
thanks, Tall Neck. Don't know who you are.
Friends
We really
in
appreciate
Twitch,
it.
the density of milk. Density of milk is the mass of milk divided by the volume of milk. So, there you go. What is going on? What is happening?
Someone's rating us with a lot of viewers. That's really cool.
Whoa.
All right, hey, hold on.
Go.
For those of you rating, I'll
Wait,
be right back.
Go get the milk, Brendan.
I will be
Yeah,
Go
Go
get the milk.
Brendan.
Guys, we do
Brendan,
ACT and
downstairs
SAT.
Definitely need to get some milk.
We go, guys, he's going to be right back with milk.
Yeah, this is what this stream is for, because we drink milk for high school kids or whoever's here.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very
I'm
long
gonna try to do
standing
something.
fact that high schoolers love watching ACT and SAT tutors chug milk.
That's
So
true.
what are we if we don't do that? He's coming, guys. He's coming.
Brendan, please fall on the stairs.
He's coming.
Okay, now hold on. Are they still there?
Yes, they're still here and they're
Now,
good
hold on. Do I
natures.
have permission from you two to just drink some milk?
Oh my god, of course.
Please don't. Yeah.
Chug,
Fine.
chug.
Fine.
Who's a good tutor? Who's a good tutor?
You're a good
It's
tutor,
Brendan.
yes, you are.
He's a good tutor.
I really want to know who
Keep
Tall
going,
Neck
keep going. Who gave you permission to stop?
It's probably Tifu. Tifu's probably rating us.
Who is Tifu?
Tifu is Brendan's dad.
Got it.
Yeah.
So Brendan's dad runs Twitch and has like a lot of followers.
Yeah.
For those of you who are curious, it is whole milk.
How
So-
did that get by? That's ridiculous.
Which one?
Hoi! That's enormous.
Oh,
Everybody,
man.
follow that link. Whatever it is, follow it.
Yes.
Don't follow us. Stop
Yes.
following us.
Grab
Follow the
it
link.
and run home. Don't show
Milk
it to
is just-
anyone.
Oh, yeah, no, that one shouldn't have gotten through. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Don't show it to Slugworth.
DVD
You have to
player.
Especially
keep chugging,
200.
dude.
Hey, guys, apparently the thing is to chug milk, so.
214 viewers?
Also, thanks. We're SAT and ACT tutors. If any of you actually need help with that,
Or
we
know
do this
anyone?
5 nights a week for free.
Yeah. Do you
Drumsy. Thanks,
you.
Drumsy. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Drumsy.
it. What? I need to. All right, I'm
Don't,
checking.
we've heard of Drumsy. We know Drumsy. Drumsy's a big name.
Drumsy's he's huge.
And yeah,
He's so big.
really big.
Guys, so
And
many
Don't worry, I'll
followers.
finish it.
This
Bigger
is,
than Brendan.
This is excellent. We
Also,
are.
have you all seen his traps? They're enormous. That
We're not
milk is
going over
going
this.
straight to his traps.
Yes.
Enormous.
It's
hate
like a
both of
camel's
You don't
humps.
hate us. You just say that because you don't know what else to say because you're
I
afraid.
don't. It's
You're
an
afraid.
uncomfortable thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Drumsy.
Look, okay, all of these really calcium-filled individuals need to learn about how to find X given this information.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm going to tell them how to do
Show the
this.
Thanks,
traps.
guys. I
he's
appreciate
not-
it.
He's not showing the traps.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. Actually, they based the
Guys.
shape of traps.
SAT, ACT tutors for free on
You
Twitch.
guys found us.
For free on Twitch.
Fred's
Thanks for
Chat
stopping by.
Magazine.
If you
Yep.
have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, okay. Also, if you
What
are
the-
of SAT and ACT taking age, great, you should watch us.
Yeah.
If you have kids of that age, great, send them to us.
If you have
you have parents who are roughly that age,
Yeah.
I
send
don't
them
know.
to us.
We do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, hey, Drumsy, and if anyone else, because we
That's a
just
little
doubled our
disrespectful.
things, we really appreciate this, guys.
Yeah, Drumsy, this is massive.
Yeah, thank you
Yep.
so much. Thanks for all the follows, guys. We're gonna try to keep up with this, but this
I
is a
think
lot.
you guys probably don't understand. So if you follow, you have to pay us money.
That's not true.
Subscribe. and it's
Thank
much
you
cheaper.
guys for following. This is awesome. Tall
Those are
Neck.
those big ones.
Thank you, Tall Neck. You also, I think, rated us. I appreciate it. Following.
We're trying to
Alright.
react. Okay,
Yeah,
somebody
this
go
is-
check out the links.
Just teach, man.
I'm gonna teach them.
Just teach them.
Okay, go
All right, I'm
away.
gonna
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh, look, I did my milk chug. All right.
You gotta go. Go.
Also, we gotta
scroll down.
Go
Get out of here.
teach.
Yeah. Put on the mask, okay?
No, I don't think we need the mask.
You love us.
Hey, thank you
I've
guys so much.
Heard that so
Oh
many
my
times.
goodness.
Wait,
We love you. Thank you, Drumsy.
Make
I
sure
really
to-
appreciate it. This thing's not.
we're
going.
helping you, Destiny 8043. We're helping you.
You guys are
Okay.
getting better at the SAT and ACT right now.
You guys are all gonna regret following
Just
us.
by
It's gonna be
looking
a
at
huge
this.
problem.
Yep.
Gifted. No way. Thank you guys.
Really? Gifted follows?
Sounds like someone did a gifted sub. That's what gifted would
I
normally mean.
don't believe it.
Thank you guys so much. This is
Okay.
ridiculous.
Maybe we should just transition into being farmers that farm cow's milk because that seems to get us more
Apparently,
followers.
milk's a big deal.
Not that we care.
Look, can I
Guys,
just say I appreciate that I'm not the only one. James, is it 85? Because James has a good guess there. I actually haven't looked at this. I just really am glad other people appreciate milk as much as I do. These guys don't drink like real milk, and so Brady maybe occasionally, but I really appreciate that. Also, I kind of want to sub just to get that milk
guys,
carton
guys,
emoji.
guys, guys, get out of here.
Brendan, I have not.
We have a certain amount of time. Go.
I have not drank milk since the accident.
You, what? Oh,
Okay.
what?
Negaderp? No, it's not. That's so wrong. That's very wrong. Brendan would be
What'd they say?
Super pregnant by now. Get out of here.
Stop.
Okay. So, with this problem, this is drawn for you, which is lovely, and then we're told that the length of BE, which is right here, is equal to the length of ED. So I'm just kind of do that. So that side is equal to that side. When you see things like this, it might be kind of scary because they don't tell you, okay, so go from here to here and use quadratic formula. They're not telling you that. You're given a bit of information and you have to figure out how to get to x. But there's not actually that many rules that you have to know for this, but you definitely have to know them. Wow, there are a lot of follows. Oh my gosh. You guys stop following us. Stop it. Don't do that anymore.
Hold on. Hey, we gotta get this guy out of here.
Following us.
Hey,
We
don't you
like
listen to this
it.
guy.
We like it.
Tall necked, is it 85?
Okay.
Levi, tall necked, they're guessing.
I don't know because you guys are up here. Get out. Okay, get out.
Do the math.
It's 115. Okay, see, we appreciate that, Xbox. I'm going to. We're recognizing triangles, we're recognizing angles, but this is super important. We have this triangle BED, which because of these two equivalent sides, we have an isosceles triangle. With an isosceles triangle, with that angle or that measure and that measure being the same, we know that this angle and this angle are the same, which means that if that's 35, this is 35. We're looking for x degrees.
Levi's the shirts.
We know, huh?
It's our shirts.
Dude.
Oh, it's the shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shirts are cool. If anybody's interested, what is it? So we went to Southeast Asia recently, and we studied with monks for about 35 years, and we learned how to write backwards with our non-dominant hands, and that's how we're doing this.
Calculus. Okay. Environmental wafer. You're the boss.
Oh, very nice. We got a new style.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Hey, consider yourself
Hilarious.
followed. We're following you now. It's yeah, that's probably useful information to know, Stealthy Sumo. I don't think that sumo wrestlers can be stealthy. That's just a thought. Okay, 35, 35. So
No,
with the
this is
interior
pepperoni.
angles theorem,
Brendan will chug this frozen pizza
That's
if you
not
want
true.
him to.
That's not true.
He will do it.
35 plus 50 is 85, and so 35 plus 50 plus x has to equal 180.
Thank
So
you,
we're going to
Drumsy.
subtract those. This is 85, so x is 95 degrees. Did I do that right? Okay, everybody was wrong. Everybody who said
No,
anything
we
up
had some
in-
people say 95.
Nobody said 95.
There was at least
No,
3.
I disagree.
Comic Seraph did.
Comic
Yeah.
Seraph, I like that.
I like that.
Do it. Do what? Chug frozen pizza. Chug.
No.
Brendan,
Gosh, no.
Brendan, bow to the peer pressure.
Let it
Bow
happen.
to it.
Let
Wow,
it
thank you for the
happen.
follow, the mighty poem something in my kiddo. I'm the kiddo.
Everyone was wrong.
Wow.
All right. Well, we're gonna continue.
Let's
tutoring.
just do...
If you guys have any SAT or ACT questions, we have a Discord you can join and ask questions there. If you don't, thanks for checking us out. If you want to spread us like the plague to people who need tutoring, you can
Yes.
do that.
Yep.
Cough on
Either way,
that.
thank
Cough
you
on
guys
that.
for the subscriptions and the gifted subscriptions. Yo, Samuel the Mighty Poem, thank you for the
Wow.
gifted subscriptions. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
We appreciate it, guys.
Rip everyone here who's
Wait,
trying to run for us.
Brady, we got subscriptions.
Oh, wait, we do?
Samuel the Mighty Poem is
Uh-oh.
gifting them, so he's the
Okay.
one. They're the ones.
Samuel.
Samuel.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay.
You're ready for this.
Ah! Well done, Samuel! Well done!
All right.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, guys. You take Math 3 in 8th grade. Hey, we go over math similar to that
a
because
little bit
it's
behind, aren't you? Shouldn't you take Math 8?
um.
Okay, also, for those of you who have been
Do
here
it
and actually
4 more
want to
times.
study, put your questions in the Discord and we
Sam-
can see those a little bit more easily.
Nailed it.
Dude, Tifu definitely rated us.
He does high level Kaust stuff. Bobber WCC. We'll write that down. Thanks, Seraphim. Oh, Seraphim, like the angels. Cool. I'm sure there's also other things called that. Bobber WCC. I'll write that down to myself.
Hey, we get some bits.
I don't know.
I think we just got some bits.
We getting?
I think we got one bit. Chris, 8909. Thanks for the follow.
Also,
Thank you
you
for the
guys are
follow. Next
amazing.
person
Thank
here.
you.
Whoa,
Yeah, if you
we
guys
did
have
get
questions
bits.
about this,
Some
let us know.
bits.
We got
Yo,
1,000 bits.
Thank you
Get in there,
guys.
dude.
Is that 1
What's up,
cent?
dude?
That's $10.
Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you guys.
And now we are transitioning to the ASMR
We're
section
not
of our
doing
stream,
ASMR.
where we all spit on
Guys,
the microphone together.
We're letting this go to our heads. We got to calm down.
Yeah, I feel better. I feel like I'm better than everybody.
You know what we have to do,
You're
guys?
better than me.
Guys, we're getting worked up. You know what we have to do?
So when is it math time?
Oh,
we
wait,
can do math,
we're getting
English,
okay.
reading, any. What?
We are emotionally a little bit too high right now. So
Oh,
you know
okay,
what
you're
we
right,
need to
right.
do, yeah.
We need to repress and dissociate. All right, that's how you do it. Anything difficult comes up in your life, you just repress and dissociate.
SAT,
Move on.
ACT, divorce.
We're definitely going to be
pain,
following
loss of
Jonesy.
a
Don't
loved
you
one,
worry.
Anything.
Natalie, last name.
Broken bones. All of it. Thank you for
Very
the 1
good.
bit.
Yeah,
Very
thank you
good.
guys.
Yes. every
Firebird
little bit helps.
pre-algebra. Hey, Firebird pre-algebra. If you have a specific question, we'll go over it. Any topic
Absolutely.
you guys need.
Yeah, the repress
and dissociate DVD players. Exactly.
Yes.
Also, if anyone is watching on Facebook Live or YouTube right now, you're probably as disoriented as we are. That's okay.
Yeah, no. Not depress.
Repress
and
dissociate.
Push the feelings down and then try to disconnect yourself from them so that you feel numb on the inside. And then
There you go, Bubble
you've
Mints.
won emotions. You've beaten them, basically.
Yeah, then it just doesn't bother you. Also, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, the
Jonesy
GREs
is getting a very well written because grammar is important.
Yes, it
And
is.
Super nice letter after this. That's
yeah,
awesome.
We will do some GRE stuff, some tutoring of that. If you want to private message us, that's fine.
Freshman taking Algebra 1. Well, yeah, hey, that's what we're here for,
Yes,
guys. Any
yes.
kind of things. Anything on the SAT and ACT, you let us know.
Yeah, we're the ones.
Chug the pizza.
Chug the pizza. Chug the pizza. Chug. The
You
pizza.
might be right, Thunderwing.
Yeah, Thunderwing, you're extremely correct. Yeah, but you know what? You're not. You're not anxious. You're not scared because you feel
Well, Samuel,
nothing.
that's definitely above average, so kudos to you.
Yes. Yes, it is
Yeah,
above average.
That's a
Yes.
decent bit above average.
Yep.
Congratulations.
If they just cleaved off the bottom half of the population, you'd still be alive.
That's rough.
I know. But it's true. If they were to do that.
If.
Who
yeah.
would do that? That'd be
horrible.
terrible.
Hey, tell
Graph?
Samuel he's a smart boy.
Hey, Samuel.
You're
I
a
thought you already
smart
said
boy.
that.
Are you a therapist? We're the opposite of therapists.
So, if you don't know how to graph, hey, Levi, can you get the chat real quick? Someone asked us, Grant, asked us how to graph y equals 6x plus 2.
More of a command.
It was definitely a command, but that's fine.
SMS, yeah.
So, I'm not going to actually draw out the ticks here because it would take a bit, but we're going to have at y equals 0, or x equals 0, we're going to have y equals 2.
Yep.
Okay? I'm not going to... Oh my gosh, where are my...
Right here.
No, my erasers. Can
Oh,
you
no.
toss me one of them? 2 plus 2 equals fish? Are
Also,
you writing backwards?
Real quick, Bert.
We have a-
Bert, we have to give a word to our sponsor.
Oh, yes.
This is not a...
Our sponsor is Tight Bond because the three of us have a tight bond.
Also,
No.
breakfast.
Yes, we are sponsored by breakfast.
Yeah.
The most important meal of the day.
Oh, look at that. We got something. We can do that thing.
Hey,
7
Discord, there it
There's
is.
some eyes in there? Or some U's?
A little bit of
Interesting.
eyes there, yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Six.
Oh. All right.
$5. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank
oh,
you.
the source,
You know,
2100.
that's 20 gumballs
1,
right
2,
there.
3, 4, 5, 6 over 1.
There it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1. That is your graph. Imagine that went through the dots. Guys, I'm not an artist, okay? I did engineering.
Guys, he's not an artist, right? He did engineering. Cut him a little slack.
All right. I'm not even going to try the walk-in. I'll let you do the walk-in.
Come on, do it.
Do what?
Do
Brady.
it. We have an audience.
We have an audience.
How log graphs?
Can we explain how log graphs
Sure,
work?
I'll do it.
But I won't
Kirby
like it.
maybe, but yeah, no, he's really good at it. The camera is reversed. You tried to bamboozle you? Hey, hold on now. Levi did that. I didn't say it. Your impression? Hey, Peter. They liked his
I
impression.
regret nothing.
Oh, me a cupcake.
Impressions and depression. We could totally title that one of our streams.
You're so
But that would be pretty sad to do. Can you do Shaggy? Yes, I actually can because it's really close to Morty from Rick and Morty. Hold on. What?
Shaggy is close to Rick and Morty?
Yeah, Shaggy. Oh, it's Zoink, Scoob.
Oh, I
But it's
thought they
really-
meant like it wasn't me, Shaggy.
Very
Oh,
annoying.
no, no,
Like
no.
the musician.
Please, we
Please
gotta find the
find-
leg of the triangle.
I can find it. Sub to Germany for the sick, nasty
I'm
music.
not a
There it
triangle.
is.
I'm not
Put
a
it back.
triangle. Jeez.
You're a triangle in my eyes.
Do we still want to do a logarithm
do it.
graph?
You gotta
okay.
do it really
Okay,
quickly.
guys. Here we go. So if you see log x, remember that there's an invisible base 10 in there. So I'm going to just throw that in there, okay? And remember, logs are just restated exponents in a slightly different order. So to understand this, it's going to make a lot more sense if we
6% power.
re-put it into exponential form. So it's the base 10 taken to the power of y is equal to x. And this is going to make things a lot easier.
Yes, Master Business.
Oh my gosh. Oh, tremendous facility. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so 10 to the y is equal to x. Let's choose some easy values for y. Okay, so we've got a table here. We got x, we got y. So when y is 0, let's think what's going to happen. 10 to the 0th power is 1, so x is going to be 1. Bam. There's a point right there. 1 comma 0. Right there. X, y. Next easy thing to plug in for y is 1. When y is 1, we have 10 to the first power, which is just 10, so x is going to be 10. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to have...
He is a lefty,
This
believe
is
it or
going to
not.
be... Yes, I am.
That's why we judge him.
It's
For
now.
supposed to be 1.
now.
Let me extend this a little bit. Oh, man. A little further.
God Hooves actually
Hey, thanks,
asked the
Barracks
question.
Pro.
Okay. So then we're going to have 10 comma 1, which is going to be right around there. Exactly. Okay, so what you're going to see here is a line that looks like this. Whoa.
Oh, sorry, the source.
Looks like this, okay?
You know what? We
Does it
can
make
read
that
it out,
noise,
though.
too?
Yes,
The
it
source,
does.
we can read out what you said.
You can't have a negative
Maybe.
x value of this graph because you can't take 10 to any power and expect to get a negative value out of it. If you take y to a super negative power, you'll get a very small number, close to 0. If you take 10 to a very large power, you'll get a massive number. You're never going to get a negative value for x. So that's why we never cross the y-axis into the x equals a negative number territory. So we actually have an asymptote right here. Very exciting. Very exciting. And, just keep putting numbers in your little chart. So 10 squared is 100. So this would be way out there, and then we'd be at y equals 2. So it's a very flat line, but it continues going. Trash, Panda, Boy, and Dad. Those are all of the people I love in one name. Wow, that's great.
I'm going to have to pull it up on Stream Elements to see what the source sent us.
Absolutely. How do I do 9 plus 10? I thought I knew the answer, but my teacher said it's not 21. Interesting. I think you're thinking of, in your mind, the number 19 is 21, which actually more people than you think have that problem. You cannot square anything and get a negative. That's absolutely right. Unless you're working with an imaginary
There
number.
it is.
Right. But, yeah, imaginary numbers come up. Wait, I actually, French teachers. Yeah. Yeah, so logs are just, they're the same thing as exponents, but they're just put in a different order. That's it. So if you want to find, so 5 squared is equal to 25. A logarithm would say log base 5 of 25 is equal to 2. So the way that I think about this is what is the number you need to get from 5 to 25? You need to raise 5 to what power to make it into 25, and that's 2. So it just takes this and takes the exponent and puts it on its own side alone and scared. And hopefully the exponent will learn to repress and dissociate in order to feel okay. Yeah, we got any questions? What do we got, guys? We got logs. Shaggy only uses 2% of his power. So if I have a reflection over the y-axis, does the log graph become negative then? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, so in general, if you're going to... All right, I guess see you later. Yes,
No,
thank you.
don't go.
HD
Don't go,
Pixel
don't
Gamer,
go.
you are our favorite.
You have to stay.
You need to stay.
Otherwise, we will stop streaming.
Yeah.
That's not how
Forever.
that
We actually don't exist unless you're watching us. So we're
All
really
right.
excited to exist right now.
That's from Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, are dead.
Need to know what's work. Find the leg of a triangle. I mean, all right, I'll find one real quick. Okay.
Found it.
17, 15, 8. That's a pretty buff leg. I guess it's that leg right there.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys ever been to the SawCon?
The source. I'm still getting that message. Don't worry.
SawCon. Okay.
W.
Oh, I'm sorry. So if we're flipping this thing over the y value, then our x is going to become... So we're taking log of negative x. So y is equal to log base 10 of negative x. So in this case, we'd have 10 to the y is equal to negative x, and that would flip everything over the y-axis and make all of our x values negative. What is all of that stuff? Here's a humdinger. An absolute value can be computed taking the square root of the square. Yes, however, I'm correct that it would not work with the square root on the count of, or it is negative 1 on account of that square root after the imaginary number. Well, if you're going to take absolute value of an imaginary number, what you're finding is the distance of that imaginary number away from 0, and the best way to think about that, and I'm not sure if this is answering your question, is to think about where that is on the complex plane. So if you've got, let's see.
Mia Cupcake. This is the easiest way to think about what a log represents.
The square root of negative 1 squared would just give you negative 1.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Also, the Source 2100 with their $5 donation said, and I don't care, they subbed to Drumsy for that sick, nasty news reporter content. Okay. He will make your heart go doki doki, which is like a beat, like it's beating, right? Okay.
Sure.
Do
Doki
you
doki.
love drumsy guys? And then ooh, which is the UWU for the. All right, you get it.
Yeah. Okay. So, for instance, okay, if we had the complex number, let's say 2 plus 3i, super easy to graph. You go over 2 on the real axis, up 3 on the y on the imaginary axis, and that's this point right here. If you're taking the absolute value of it, absolute value is always UWU. What does that mean?
You.
It's
a face.
Oh, it's a face. Fantastic. That means you're finding the distance away from 0. Okay, so this is just like normal distance formula. You're finding the distance between 0, 0, and the point 2, 3. And so you make yourself a little right triangle, or you can use distance formula. It's up to you. This is 3. This is 2. Little Pythagorean theorem. You're going to have 2 squared, which is 4, plus 3 squared, which is 9, is equal to c squared. So 13 is c squared. And c is the square root of 13. So that's actually the absolute value of this complex number right here, the square root of 13. 90s kids remember. Yeah, do you guys, how can you write backwards? Well, the three of us took a sabbatical for about 5 years, and we trained with a very specific set of monks in Nepal, who practiced the art of writing backwards on glass boards. So, yeah, since then we've cut back. It's kind of like a Batman story, and now we can all do it. And we're trying to use our power for good and not evil, because let me tell you, it's very tempting to use this power for evil, but we're not doing it. We're not doing it. But if that wasn't true, it's because the camera flips the footage.
Yeah.
That's if it wasn't true. Okay.
No, Brady, it was supposed to be 35 years. You said it wrong. Oh, no.
What did I say? A few years?
You said 5. It's 35.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I always forget.
Yeah, no,
It's dog years.
You know,
Dog ears. A couple of dog ears, great. So healthy for the body.
to eat dog ears, right?
Yeah,
That's
to
what
eat
you're
it.
saying. Yeah, dog ears.
You trolled me.
I get.
Dylan times 22. Oh, no.
Wait, there's 22 Dylans watching with that one account?
Yes.
Wow, that's impressive.
Wow.
They owe us.
Fully lost control of this stream, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. You guys
No,
are...
that's okay. Thank you guys for. There it is, the source. But yeah, thank you guys for coming in. If you have any questions, hey, I don't care to just hang out, but if you have questions, we'd love to
I don't want to
answer
hang
them.
out.
If I don't have hands, what do I have? God hooves.
Hey, God Hooves, you actually asked in our Discord a question about multiplying numbers with multiple digits. Do you actually want that answered? If so,
We'll do it.
don't think
we won't.
Oh, yeah, we will do it.
we'll do it.
Some people think we won't. They're wrong, because
Yep.
we will.
I thought we won't.
You were one of those people?
Yeah.
Well, you were wrong.
Yeah.
You were wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
What is this ooh thing? It's a face?
It's actually one
Oh,
of the illegitimate offspring of Yoo-hoo.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's,
I should probably say.
yeah, let's yeah, exactly. Multiply on paper, please help
Hold
me.
on.
I vote him out for tribute. How to
too.
multiply on paper. Yeah, what's the God Hoops question?
Well, we can't
You're not
necessarily demonstrate to you how to multiply on paper since we don't have
What's
that.
the longest word you know, Brady?
Oh, it's Pneumona ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
I expected him to beat me on that.
Is that Spanish?
Mine is
No.
Okay.
tomorrow.
What?
Isn't it smiles because there's a mile between the two S's? That's what I heard. I didn't
Oh
make it
my
up. I'm not trying to be
gosh,
funny.
that
Like
was
that's the
bad.
joke that I heard. I'm not telling a joke. I'm cool. Shh.
So wait, is it coming up or no?
Do it. Yeah, we're doing
Which
it. We're
one
doing
is which one is your question?
it. It was in the math section of our Discord.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Double-digit numbers on paper. Oh, okay. This is just double-digit.
How about triple-digit
multiplication.
numbers on paper?
ooh,
Wanna
I'm
go
gonna
for
take
it?
that to the bank
got it.
and do your
I
thing.
already
Okay.
have a pink. Hold on.
Levi, take us home, man.
Yeah. So you take the bottom
Yeah.
number and you start in the ones place, and you take this and you multiply it by 345, and you write it here starting right there. 3 times 5 is 15. You write the last
that's
digit
cool.
here. This is a long time ago. 15. Bring that up there.
I think so.
Then we have 3 times 4, which is 12. We add that 1. Also, if you don't know how to do this, you
They don't-
what?
Guys, something you didn't realize. Guys, we also have more cool things that you don't know we do.
Oh, pull up the overlay.
What
Guys,
are we
you won't
doing?
believe what we're about to show you.
Oh my god!
Look at this.
Look at this.
Look at this, huh? What do you think about that?
This is the SAT.
Look at that.
This
What's
is
the math?
This is the next SAT. This is actually the SAT from March that's
Yeah.
coming out. So we have it, and we'll give it to you. It's not
Alright.
the case. I lied. I don't want to get in trouble for that. This
Yeah,
is not
no,
that
it's
thing.
a
This is a
huge
free
lie.
one. It's publicly
It's
available.
free.
Yes.
It's in the public, whatever.
But
pretty
I
exciting.
can't believe you guys didn't let us show you that earlier. Why
Yeah.
did you stop us from
Nobody
doing
was so
that?
busy
us about
chugging.
I know.
Yeah.
It was some good milk.
I know.
Okay.
I like how that
Do
was
they
the
care?
question
I don't
he
know.
asked
Do they-
before
I
he
don't
just like threw all the viewers away. Wait, do you drink milk? Yes. Why? All right, hold on a second.
I know. I have to know more about that. That was pretty wild.
Oh my gosh, it's magic.
It is.
It is
It's
kind of.
like
It is,
magic,
yeah.
but not that. It's similar, but not
I
that.
mean, magic is just
Yeah.
technology we don't understand.
Yeah.
Is that his
Is this
thing?
a new thing?
Is that his
Is this a
thing?
new thing?
I'm
Is
assuming
Drumsy
it's
a cow?
Thing.
Is Drumsy just on stream just going?
Ah, Brazil.
Brazil. I don't know any Portuguese, so I'm not even going to try it. But hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
If it was Spanish, I could try it.
He's an
Buongiorno?
anteater.
No, that is
He's
no.
an anteater.
Ella,
Okay.
that's a good question.
That's the
How's he
milkman. He does right.
It's
Solve the world's hardest math question on Google. Do it. My challenge to you.
Promise you, I can't do it.
Well, the answer we know.
sure. Elliot,
Yes.
near the middle to the end of your sophomore year, start dabbling and taking a look at it. You
Yeah.
want to be done with the SAT or ACT by the end of your junior year. You don't want it to
Yes.
impede upon your application
And
process. in
midway
senior year.
through, get hooked on Adderall. That will
That's
help
not.
immensely.
That's
No.
not what you want to do.
No,
Thanks
no.
for the follow, Carlos.
Exactly.
Um,
But yeah,
do-
you
Guys,
want
should
to.
I do this or no?
It's the summer
It's
after your
François-
sophomore
François?
year. You want to be working on that.
Et le français. Yeah, we
Oh,
some
that's
of
how
us
you say
speak
that.
French.
He does.
Mm.
Yeah. Also, check us out. We do this for free. So
Yeah.
5 nights a week. We also do it for not for free, but we do this for free on stream 5 nights a week. Check it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think our schedule's down below.
But if you want tutoring, we can do that.
You can also check out all of our videos, questions of the day, and our bloopers. If you think we're funny, we have a gag reel we post every day, and that's on our Twitter, Facebook, our Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
Why do
Yeah.
you do it? That's a great question. Well, we do it because we're all volunteers. We're all volunteers, and we want to be here.
Yes, get out of here.
Ready again?
That's twice. You're not allowed.
Going
back.
in the hole.
That's odd.
Jonesy
That's
also
odd.
has an
That's odd.
else.
That's odd. I'm cutting you off from saying it on stream.
Whoa.
There you go. Thanks. What is the hardest equation to learn?
Oh man.
Well, if you don't know Greek, most of calculus can get pretty nasty.
I don't like
But that
Taylor
doesn't work.
series.
Taylor, I never liked
That's
those.
where I gave up on
Those
math.
are
I was
fun.
like, that. I don't need to know any more math for my life. I'll just stop at Taylor.
It's -1.
Yeah. This is legitimate.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, this is Euler's identity.
Yeah, limits can get a little rough there, but I'm not saying it's.
This looks like a medium happy face. Like it's just.
Oh, because
to the
if you
side.
cover this, it's just.
Yeah, it's just like kind of sad.
Where's his arm? That's why I said. Okay.
Do you
And
guys
this
help?
is Brendan, so it has traps.
Hey,
Stop
hey,
it.
Levi, they have a question
Do you
for
guys
you.
help
Oh my
with creative
gosh.
writing?
Levi
this
does.
guy does.
Yeah.
Yes.
He likes that a lot. He helps. He's the guy who handles all the like essay applications. Because
Oh yeah.
You don't want
also,
me doing that.
this is something that we're not doing now because
can
the
do it,
applications
but I
aren't
don't like
out.
it.
But for the college application
Virtual
essays,
chat.
we do, or I do,
reality chat?
college
Virtual
essay
reality?
guidance, which is
We
way
could.
more helpful. You know,
Yeah,
1
let's
hour
talk
of
about
college application essay guidance is way more helpful than an hour of SAT or ACT tutoring.
There you go.
Well, as you can see, those two numbers multiplied by each other. Okay, no, he's doing it now. How many digits? Oh, I got some pi.
3.14.
15926535897932384626664.
Such a nerd.
That's
It
where
just
I
doesn't
stopped.
matter.
Oh, it
Why do
matters
we
big
care?
time. It matters big time.
12.
Well, Levi, it's yeah.
And there
I
you
don't know
go.
why I wrote that line there. That was
Yeah,
unnecessary.
you wrote lines and it got me confused. But that's your answer. Dang. Can I persuade you to provide a short refresher on comma slices?
Levi.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh! I
We
thought
can
you
go
would
over-
never ask. I was genuinely thinking to myself, Master Bismuth is never going to ask because Master Bismuth is too busy looking up. What is bismuth? It's a rock, right? Or is it an
mineral
element?
or something?
It's a mineral.
Okay.
Comma splices. Can we talk about college?
No,
Yes,
collage.
oh, collage. Oh,
Yeah.
we can get a collage going here.
We can talk about collage.
We can't. Collages are when you take a lot of photos.
So many photos, put them together, maybe
Okay,
some.
okay.
Yes, Bobo Mancer, you got it. They're minerals.
It's a metal. What is this?
It's from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
He always teases about his rock collection.
they're metal. Marie. That's good. I appreciate that a lot.
Yes.
I still don't know. Ooh.
Make a collage.
What
make sure
what
to
is
add
the
Hulu.
emotional connotation of that ooh thing?
It is an element. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we were all right.
We were all wrong.
I think we're thinking
But
about
But I think it
I'm
was
gonna
an
say
element
we're-
before it was a mineral.
Yeah, no, it got upgraded.
I'm half asleep. Wait,
That means
that's
you're
half awake.
half awake.
Glass half full kind of guy. Am I right? Can you guys help me solve the P versus? No, we cannot. I'm not going. I studied some of that in college. I'm not doing that.
What is P versus NP?
It's with computation and computer science. It's
Look,
like,
Brendan's not
you
in
can't
charge.
prove it.
So we have a third ownership in whatever this is, and we can make Brendan
See you,
do anything
Thunderwing.
we want. He has to do what we say
That's
because
false.
we make up 66.6 repeating % of this company.
Correct.
Company.
Diamagnetic. Okay.
That's your opinion.
It is very cool to look at.
We're getting a lot of this VR chat math.
Computer science. It is one of the greatest unsolved questions.
All right, Levi, take us through.
Yeah, okay. So you need to know independent clauses first. It's a subject and a verb. So I walk, he sits, she runs. It can be any of those things. We're ignoring imperative statements because they're a little confusing, so we don't have to talk about it.
No, wait, hold on. It's got to have a complete idea, too.
Well, I was going to... Okay.
Well,
Yes, and it has to make a complete idea. And then we're going to talk about independent clauses as the subject, verb, and complete idea with things that go with it immediately. And now I'm going to say something like...
No, Mauricio, do you want to sing it for us?
Nice.
Got him there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's somebody
Once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't
yeah, hydrogen. And then the song's over. That's it.
You ever seen that guy? It's like, what's his name? Sam?
Robin Williams and Flubber?
No.
Flubber con Robin Williams.
Yes. No, you're asking us a
Whoa.
question here. You keep talking.
Yes.
That's not.
Daedalus.
It's 5 divided by 9.
Sans?
Yes.
Sans what?
It should be 5
Any
divided by
Daedalus?
9 there. Daedalus salt? Daedalus salt?
Yeah, Daedalus Salt. You can also nobody asks us Daedalus. You can sign up on our Discord and
Yes, you can. I
you
love
can
you,
ask us
Kitty.
a question on that because I'm guessing
I love
you
you.
copied and pasted. If you could take a picture of the question and send it to us on our Discord because it looks like there's some parts of that question that are missing.
Or write it
So-
on a piece of paper, crumple it up, throw it in the garbage.
Kitty, we have magic. No, we have a glass board in front of us that has lights around it, LEDs kind of on the edge of it, and so when we write it, diffuses through there. Or it escapes through there.
I meant that in the least disrespectful way possible, so please
dragon?
interpret it as
No,
such.
just
Okay,
say-
we have Brendan Giggles and we have Brady Harumps, and we're trying to connect these two independent clauses. There are 4 ways to connect independent
Hey, thanks for
clauses
the
that
follow,
are
Snow
used
Pig.
on the ACT.
Right?
So-
We didn't come up with it. Some professor
No.
did at Northwestern.
Yes.
But it's a dope idea.
He might not be at Northwestern anymore.
But I think he was when he made it.
Actually, might be Drumsy. Possibly.
Could have been.
Yeah. This is, by and large, the best use of the light board in existence right now.
It's possible. Yeah, it's
Say
very
yes.
possible.
Just say yes.
No.
Oh.
You can't tell me what to do.
No.
See what they do to me?
Okay.
All right.
4 ways to separate independent clauses. A comma is not one of them. You cannot do that. It's not enough because commas have other uses that are clearer, and this would be
Light
confusing.
board. As in
Light.
light board, yeah.
Right.
We might be saying that a little fast.
It's in the opposite
Simple,
of duh.
but smart.
This is not good enough.
There it is.
With a comma, you need something else. This can be comma and. So Brendan Giggles and Brady Harumps. This is
He
called
does.
comma fanboys. Fanboys is an acronym for and nor but or yet so. Bird. For and nor
but or yet so. For
Keep stalling.
and nor
Yep,
but
keep
or
stalling.
yet so. For
Yep.
and nor but or yet so. For and nor but or yet so. For and nor but or yet so.
Get out of here.
Very good.
So that's number 1 is comma fanboys. The other one, well, I guess, an easier one is a period, right? So we have an independent clause, we have a period, and then we have another independent clause. That's very obvious. And then you can have
Fanboys.
independent clause, semicolon,
Yeah.
independent clause. Yes, very much. And number
I guess.
4 is independent clause, colon.
Kirby thread.
Independent clause.
No. You would not use transition words to separate 2 complete sentences
No,
with a comma.
those are contextually transition words, but they are not the coordinating conjunctions that
That
you
they
need for comma fanboys. It's those short words. So think short. So for and nor but or yet so. Think of Brady, his voice in your head at all times. It helps me a lot.
Is that Shay? Shay?
That's my sister.
Yeah. Hey, Shay.
So this is one of the ways we can separate these two ideas. We can
That's
also
the
use
point,
a colon.
Master
We
Business.
can use a semicolon. We can use a
Business.
period. It doesn't really matter. It's
Business.
just whatever you want to do. On the SAT and ACT, they will not make you choose between them if they're used correctly.
Hola, ¿cómo fue España? All right.
Yes, it is. It's extremely amusing and mildly memorable.
Yeah,
Except
and that's the point.
when Bird does it.
That's the
And then
point. It's
both.
something that is memorable. How do you feel when I say, when you say nothing? Well, I feel like I'm waiting for it. Zombie, zombie.
Also, I went through this very, very quickly. So if somebody on here is actually studying for the tests,
In your head.
Then I would recommend telling us, and then we will go through it slower or give examples of these things.
3.
Happy to do that.
Can you guys help me with French?
That's
Levi, and I don't know.
No, not
that
on this
maybe?
stream. So this stream is for SAT. Yes, it is.
All right.
This stream is for SAT and ACT prep only, not for French. And to be completely honest, I don't think I can tutor French unless you are
2,
learning,
3, 4.
elementary French. Then I could do it.
Oh goodness.
What?
Nice harmony.
Thanks.
How would you characterize the fundamental difference
Oh,
between the SAT and ACT?
easy.
Oh, we got you on this.
ACT is more about speed. The questions are easier, but you don't have enough time to finish
The
it.
letters
the
are
red.
different in the
Nihongo desu
tests
ka?
as well.
Yes, and the SAT
Got
is
you there.
more about
Can you pass-
comprehension. They give you more time, but the questions are more difficult. They have more packed into them.
How many can I recognize, or how many do I know? I can say a little bit in like a handful, but I can only speak English, and then I can speak a lot of Spanish, but I'm not fluent.
Yeah,
You're
English.
pretty good at. You
I got
might be
some
better than me at Spanish.
decent
I think they're
Spanish.
talking about programming languages.
Quite a
that's
few
true.
then, and we don't need to get into that.
And 我会说一点儿中文 a little bit.
Yeah, you know a little bit of that.
Say thank you, but we have our bikes.
谢谢你，可是我们有我们的自行车。对不起，晚安。Just thank you, but we have our bikes. I'm sorry. Good night.
He had to learn that a lot.
A
When he
lot
was,
of taxi drivers.
So,
what about Japanese?
Japanese is not
Chotto.
a real language.
No. Chotto.
People
Chotto
talk
Nihongo
about it as a real
desu.
language, and it's just not real.
Why do you ask, Snow Pig?
Snow pig,
Snow pig.
you swine.
Yusanai.
You-
Tonkatsu?
Huh?
It's like
Any
cooked pig.
Dutch?
It's like deep fried pork cup.
Deutschland,
it's amazing.
right?
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah. It's similar.
Australian accent.
You guys have come to the right place.
The right place. This is the right
We're
stream.
nerdish.
We're nerdish. We are actually standing on a bed of
I
spiders.
can do a little bit of Russian. I can try.
I like how your
really
voice
like-
dropped an octave.
Do
I
Russian
like
voices.
Australian. Because Brendan, his traps are very
Go on.
big. They're very big.
Enormous.
Yeah,
They're
such
large.
large traps.
Larger than life.
Yeah.
I cannot read.
So
oh,
we
man.
could read that.
I can't read
if
kanji,
it were
sorry.
in English, but it's not, so we
Yeah.
can't.
Can you type?
Kiwi. It's a little
New
different.
Zealand. Can
Yeah.
you can you
Kiwi's a
type
little harder.
in
I know that's
Australian
not right.
accent? We're trying to talk in it. Can you type in
It's
one?
not very good.
No, I can do Kiwi. I can do Kiwi.
Can you?
Hello.
Yeah, spell it out phonetically.
I'm from New Zealand. It's that
Is
easy.
that it? Hold on. You got some here. No.
Euclid's
Deska.
fifth is self-evident. We don't have to
Yo.
prove it.
Deska. I don't know what that means. Sorry.
Hello, Menson.
I don't know.
Hello, Menson, my old friend.
Also, for those of you who were here before
JCR
we
Gaming,
got
I can't-
rated, all of this will be on the ACT on the 9th.
yeah, February 9th.
Yeah, so we'll be
Yeah.
having longer streams the Thursday
Yeah,
and Friday
but
before the
every
test.
single one of
There's
these
some zero
comments.
viewers
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, it's chill.
No es cierto.
My sister is
And well,
surprised.
she's freaking
Also,
out.
for those of you who think we have a lot of viewers, that's actually not the case. It's my sister with hundreds of accounts. Yeah.
She's like an octopus. She has literally
8 arms.
hundreds of arms.
Yep.
And she's just typing on all of them.
And
at the same
thousands
time.
of suckers on each arm.
Oh
Okay,
my
back
God.
to learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask us some questions, guys. What do you want to know?
No more fun. Back to learning.
Wait, did we go over the difference between the SAT and ACT?
Yeah, we did. I
Okay.
made it very quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can
Learning
be.
and fun should be always kept separate.
And
Hey,
thanks,
me
Mia
a
Cupcake. Hey, I was going
I
to
was
say
gonna
that.
say that.
Brady, are we going to do this on stream right now?
What? Hug?
Don't touch.
Fine. Okay.
Where can you get one of them shirts?
So,
We are thinking of
should we
starting
just
to
give them
sell
our
them.
address? We have some
You can
address.
stop by.
Cup
If
in
you're
the
in New York, you could just stop on by. But don't drink water before the test. Well, yes, but if you do, use the restroom breaks. Anytime they have the breaks, get up and walk around.
absolutely.
Y'all baking cupcakes?
but
no.
someone-
Actually, well, we should
Yeah,
talk
could
about it. We
make
could
cupcakes.
sell the shirts.
We could definitely sell the shirts.
We
if we
could
have
sell
enough
them at co-
interest,
like I don't want to make money on the shirts.
yeah, we're fine to sell them at cost.
Yeah, we'll sell them at cost
We'll sell
Well, and the shipping.
to you.
Those shirts are lies. They're mirrored. Yeah.
Yes, they
so
are.
this actually, reading it the right way, is backwards. It only works because we flip the screen,
Yes.
which is why it's really cool. And can you say no more fun time in a strong German accent? I don't know if I can. Levi,
Yes.
you can do the German pretty well.
No more fun time.
There's no more fun time now.
Yeah.
It's not a strong accent.
That's a little bit effeminate Austrian. That's all.
The fun time is no longer.
Oh,
No.
man.
We're going to do.
Yo, you'll take a
circle
1 hour
ratios.
drive?
Yeah, we'll
Are
do
you
that.
near New York City? Come
What
on.
is OWO? That's different.
No, it's on.
What is the emotional capacity of OO versus
They sent a
Uwu?
message to the Discord. You can look at it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they
Okay,
did.
I'll go check it out.
Is this the time on Sprockets when we dance?
You
Yep,
can't have
do it.
fun until the learning is done. Then you can have the fun.
Flamboyant. Opposite of what? I know. I told him, Dallas.
Is this time on Sprockets when we dance? What does that mean?
I have no clue.
We're just kind of coasting. Middle guy was good.
Oh no, it's from something. I think it's a German accent. It's supposed to be for that. It's from something. The middle guy was good. Yeah, no. They can do accents. I can't. They did the acting thing for a while. They actually know what
the
they're
accent
doing.
is well.
It's from SNL. Okay, thank you.
What is
Oh
from
yeah,
SNL?
from
It's the
the
time
the
on
guy.
Sprockets when we dance.
Oh, I
Oh.
don't know, but this voice is from the who's the guy in Modern Family he's a father, and he's in the thing with Key and Peele. You
Got
know
it.
that one?
Effeminate.
Feminine?
Effeminate, yeah.
Effeminate.
Yes. Phil Dunphy. That's
No,
right.
well, I meant to
The
say
Philharmonic?
effeminate Austrian, not Australian. Austrian. It was like German,
Good evening.
but Austria.
All right. Are there any questions? We can just keep chatting.
Yeah, we'd love to keep doing
Oh,
that.
Hey, thanks for
for
the
the
bits.
one.
Thank you for
What
your
do they?
bits.
What does it say?
Are you hungry? You probably need some bits.
I have not had a lot of bits
yeah,
since
you
the
gotta eat
last
some
one.
bits. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I brushed my teeth, so I don't want to
Play VR chat.
play VR chat.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of. Do they test for music theory?
No, but are you talking about like your triads, or what are we getting at
So
here?
you folks have computer science experience. Would
Yes.
it be too off topic to request a short treatise on the sorts of errors that accumulate when performing? Yeah, well, it probably would.
Two floating point numbers of different sizes. Different sizes meaning different numbers of bytes, like if you're overloaded or what? Okay, don't
You
check
gotta
it
chug
out.
pizza,
Did I
dude.
hear hungry? Chug pizza.
Chug
Why is
pizza.
that? Were you here when he pulled that up, or is that another thing that
No,
just?
I pulled it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chug pizza,
Robots
pasta,
in
pasta with
disguise.
meat sauce.
Yeah.
and
Thanks for following, Liza Schwetz.
Liza Schwetz.
Oh,
Is that like Schwitz? Like, because I schwitz a lot.
Yes.
schmutz, schmutz.
No, schwitz. It means you
Yeah,
sweat.
Oh, you got a little
little
schmutz on
schmutz.
your
Oh,
bun,
schmutz.
on your little chain of
Hey,
pudding there.
hey, yeah. The space between planets.
Yeah, Dave
know there is
Matthews
there.
does a pretty good song about that.
You've been here since the raid?
Oh well, thanks.
I doubt
It's
it.
been a long 35 years.
Samwell the Mighty Poem, it's definitely greater than or equal to 0.
Hey, it's your mom.
Hey.
So those of
No,
you
it's not my
No,
mom.
that is his
That's
cousin
my
who
cousin.
made the
Oh.
shirts.
That's my cousin.
Hey,
Sorry.
Jesse, they really like the
You
shirts.
two look
so
Jesse.
alike.
thank you.
Jesse.
Jesse, you and Bird's mother look very similar. So I
That's
always
not
get you two
true.
confused.
Planck length is the smallest distance that you could technically say two things are in different locations.
Wow.
It is a number. I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's a very, 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 very small distance.
You are right, Comics Seraph.
Mm.
Go watch his videos on YouTube. Yeah, you can also watch our videos on YouTube where it's just gag reels of us being
Gag reels. Us
honestly
being
kind of
bozos.
being
Just
idiots.
gagging. We are
Clowns.
gagging the whole time
That's
because Brendan
This
tries to
isn't
chug a pizza and
this
he's
isn't
just
Filthy Frank. That's
hacking.
not what we do.
we try to teach. We're educators.
educators.
Not in disguise.
Something
Yeah.
Tutors in disguise.
learning
In disguise?
In
can
disguise. Yeah, I can fly.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh God, just really pushing it.
All right.
Thank you for the
Hey,
next
another
bit.
bit.
You should have a little bit of that one too.
I'm kind of hungry. I could go a little bit. Hey, I usually eat the beats.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
The shirt should be at least $20.
Yes, Jesse. People are interested in getting these shirts, and Jesse, my cousin, is the one that actually printed
Makes
these shirts.
Yeah.
Yep. So
What's the name of their company?
outrageous.
There you go.
in
Is it in Chicago, or is it-
Lake
where they at?
Zurich, Illinois.
There it is.
Yes. Master Bismuth.
Integrate and differentiate. We can, but we don't do calculus on stream. The stream is mostly just for SAT, ACT,
SAT and ACT.
and general college
And
questions.
being rated by Drumsy. Those three things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually not true. One more thing. Brendan's personal life.
No, we're not-
Ask about it.
Yeah, it's-
Okay,
it's
they're going to
extremely
make an
personal.
SAT subject test on Brendan's personal life. It's SAT2BPL.org.
I hate both of you. We should
Today,
actually buy
for
them.
you.
Yeah.
.com.
I only agreed to a 1-hour drive. Well, no, but we have shirts here,
Yeah.
and it's New York City. And only sell them in like 10, make the new Supreme clothing brand. Hey,
Nerdish.
it works. Somehow it works, right?
Nerdish
How about
brain.
we sell
Hey,
our
thanks, Seraphim.
used
Thanks for
shirts?
stopping by.
Like these shirts we'll wear for, the next 30 streams.
And then we'll just give you guys
We
those.
don't
those.
wash them. We sell
Yeah.
them. That's a great idea.
Thank you for the
thanks
follow,
for the follow, Seraphim.
Seraphim.
Fimic She.
When is Game of Thrones? Is it April?
I believe
Yeah.
it's April
Yeah.
Yo,
16th,
my nephew
I
and
know
or
that.
niece, I don't know which yet,
On the show?
is going to be born April
Oh, are
1st.
we allowed to tell people now?
How do you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
Hey, good
chug
person.
some
I
pizza.
think
Hi,
you
good
should
person.
chug some pizza. What do you think about that? Huh?
Yeah.
You consider that?
Prove how it's done. Show us how it's done, and then we'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got some more milk tonight, though. Otherwise, I'd be upset.
Personal
without
life
milk
question.
tomorrow
When's the
morning.
last time you tried a new kind of food? Brendan, go.
Hold on. Trying to think. Last time I went out to eat somewhere. Ooh, no, I didn't. We went to this the restaurant across the street, the French place.
Free-
We're not going to say the name of it,
Yeah.
but
Free Willy?
the French place across the street. And I wanted to try foie gras, which is
No.
supposed to be goose liver. And I watched a documentary on it beforehand, and like it's supposed like there's like debates on whether or not it's humane, and like they argue that it is.
This is a
But I
ridiculous
really
debate.
wanted to try it, and I didn't. Those are your parents.
Oh, yeah.
I
you
didn't.
should've
I was
done
like,
it,
I'm
man.
not gonna ask for that right
No,
now.
you should have done it. It's great.
Like,
I
of
don't
the
know.
immoral things to eat, that's like the top of the list.
Yeah. You allowed to tell him thinking, oh, God, isn't that life?
No,
Yeah,
I'm.
no, you're not going to know.
Yeah.
Although if you were really smart, you could take a look at what you're looking at here, because that's what people look at, and figure out with some clues where we live. It's hidden in this picture.
in this black box.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The question or guess, is it better to stick questions or guess answers? Guess.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Oh my
yes,
gosh. You
yes.
don't get points taken off for guessing.
Yes.
Yes, so it's
for
actually better to
incorrect
guess
questions.
on all
Wait,
of the
wait,
questions.
yes.
Don't even do them. Just guess on everything.
No,
Don't
that's
listen to
wrong.
him. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Yes. The SAT used to have a penalty for incorrect answers, and
What
they got rid
losers.
of that.
Yeah,
So
they
now
did.
everything, you want to have every question filled in. For all the ones you don't get to, just pick a letter and choose that one for the rest of them. Make a vertical line of all A's or something like that.
Yeah.
If you feel C, all the ones you don't get to, put C. Do not jump around with guesses. Keep it all consistently one letter. You'll get a quarter of them right. That's the best you can do.
Yep. Don't do C, though. Never do C. It's never C. It's never lupus. It's never C.
Or lupus.
Yeah, it's never lupus.
Yes, Master Bismuth, it has changed.
It has changed.
2016, they revamped the SAT. Because
Now we're all having to deal with it.
more people like the ACT, and so the SAT reconverted into something that looks more like the ACT now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Accelerate tutoring.com today for you. That's our website and our tutoring.
They don't even know
All of those words.
Also, guys, thanks for checking us out. We have a YouTube down below if you want to check out some of our videos, some of our goofy gag reels. We have a Facebook, an Instagram.
Yep.
Because that's
Yes,
the
we
kids
do.
like that, right?
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
They
we
love it.
have a Twitter because the kids also like that. We don't have a Snapchat because I think the kids like that a lot, and so we won't do that.
Yeah. Also, if you like
check us
any
out.
of those things, you are a kid.
That's how that works.
Yep. If and only if. Brendan, when you
Samuel, honestly,
Personalized
is it
question.
weird that I've thought about this before in my head?
every
I
man
think
has.
everybody's thought about that question because it depends. Am I at a stranger's house? Because if I'm like meeting them for the first time, then like I just like when you're younger, you feel weird about like making noise
Right.
anywhere in the bathroom, right?
Right.
And so now you just sit down when you pee because why not?
Snow
It's more
Pig,
comfortable.
you're a pig, so that makes sense.
He's a snow pig. I'm a 33-year-old kid.
Me too.
Hey.
Hey, cheers!
Yeah, you take the paper and
And
just
you rip it in half.
rip it.
I have to go.
good
Hey,
person.
thanks, good person.
You were great. You were good. You were good.
You were good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Get it
we are generally significantly less entertaining and significantly more helpful.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Sorry.
You're welcome. Honestly, it's pretty impressive that you got this far as a pig. Thanks for the follow.
How do you do that with
Nerf
your clothing?
Terminator?
hooves?
T-Series or
Snow Pig.
PewDiePie? Trick question.
Oh.
The answer is 3 blue, 1 brown YouTube math videos.
That's your favorite thing?
I do.
I like watching woodworking videos. Wait, so you're telling me this isn't a comedy stream?
It's an ACT SAT stream.
It legitimately is.
We try.
But I appreciate that.
You can
Yeah.
look at our old videos. Less happens.
An enzyme is a chemical that lowers the activation energy of a chemical reaction, which makes it happen faster. And a hormone is a chemical that is in your body and it sends messages because it
He
attaches
was
to
on top of it.
proteins. Yeah, it's more of a messenger rather than like a chemical equation. Chemical.
There you go, Daedalus.
Exactly.
Element 115. We're not allowed to talk about that. We're contractually obligated not to, actually.
Yes.
So,
Because we're also sponsored
You know
by
too
Johnson
much.
& Johnson, and they're using that in one of their testing products right now.
well,
Yes.
they're doing as best as they can, okay? We're not sure.
You guys hear that? As best as they can.
Thank you for repeating it, because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
needed
yeah.
to hear it.
Like, guys, did you
Um,
hear what they both said? As best as they can.
You hear what Levi said about the two of what we
It's
said?
similar to
Yeah.
what they said.
Pushing
Yeah.
my luck and dodging. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm,
That's
Wow.
that's good.
Daedalus salt. Nice.
good. That was old.
I like that a lot, actually.
Daedalus? Daedalus salt?
Daedalus
Yeah, well,
salt.
yeah, Daedalus.
Yes. What is Daedalus salt?
Nautilus. Like Nautilus, but Daedalus.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do the
Just
same
means
thing.
Underwater.
Ooh.
Nautical.
When does light ACT like waves and light act like bars?
Great
Sorry.
question.
My
Great
gosh.
question.
We are an SAT test prep stream. I feel like, yeah.
Well,
Why is it your favorite, JCR? Go ahead.
one of the times that it acts like a wave is when you do a double slit diffraction experiment and you send light through two different slits really, really close together, and then you look at the interference pattern at the back wall. And you'd think that the light would just hit at 2 points that you'd predict if they go straight through those holes, but it turns out they make an interference pattern. That's like a bunch of different bright spots and dark spots. The only way that would work is if light was had some wave properties.
DVD player
technically-
69. You seem to be a little bit outdated in name and in question. No, you're right. You're right. Like, you can do whatever you want. Just don't assume that you're getting a better shot by doing different things. Just do different things.
No. Don't do different things.
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
can
no.
do different
Hold on. A quarter of the answers will be A. A quarter of them will be B.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
On average, statistically on average.
Yeah.
The best you can do is choose all A's because at least you'll get all the A's right. If you choose BC, 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 there's some A's and D's definitely that you're missing. Okay? So the best you can hope for in each one is 25%. The way that you lock that in is you just pick all the same letter because on that section, a quarter of them will be D.
That's not true. They're not will be D. That's not true.
Statistically, that's the best you can do at average. Yeah, of course you don't know for that particular section, but what do you have more inside information than that?
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you
I
don't.
do.
No, you don't.
I do. Also,
Hey,
question
thanks
for
for this-
all of you. So I've
What
looked
is
at
your stream
Drumsy's-
schedule? We stream 8 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern, Sunday to Thursday. However, we're not streaming this Sunday because the Super Bowl.
Go Warriors.
Super Bowl. And then go Warriors.
Yeah.
He
baseball
likes
game.
basketball.
Yeah.
Sports ball is his favorite sport. And then next week we'll be doing Monday to Friday, and Thursday and Friday we'll be doing a 2-hour stream at least because
Cram
of
session.
Daedalus.
the ACT coming
Out.
up.
Yes.
Get out.
Go Pat.
Alia, awesome.
Pats.
What is your watching us schedule? Is it the same exact thing as our stream
You're
schedule?
better than the
Don't
Super Bowl.
flirt with chat, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Chat's flirting with him.
You guys are better than Super Bowl.
Oh, is that like Super Monkey Ball? Like where
No,
you're
it's-
running around on the thing?
I think it's one of the lottery games.
My
you
Super
can-
Spoon.
Yes.
I like that.
Hey, question for all of you. So I've seen Drumsy's stream before, but I'm not entirely sure of what it is, and you're all a bunch of nerds. So what exactly
We
is it?
appreciate that. We say that in a good way
Yeah.
because we are nerds.
Yeah.
Well, we're not exactly nerds. We're nerdish.
We're nerdish. Okay.
Get it?
Oh, is that what that means?
You guys get it?
We're nerdy because we use 3 instead of 8.
Yaggity. No, we're not nerdy because of that, because we just couldn't get that name.
Comedy
Anyway.
entertainment.
How many entertainment? His YouTube channel is basically a perfect answer. Okay, we'll check that out then. Thank you. A good reporter, news recruiting on VR chat. Okay.
Ramsey, we gotta look this up.
Absolutely we do.
I don't believe you.
And forcing people to drink milk at the end. Well, hey, I like milk.
Is that the thing that Drumsy does? Does Drumsy raid a different stream every time?
Can we just
afterwards?
be
And
thankful that I'm part of this because you guys don't drink
You're right.
milk?
You're right.
I
Thank
would have.
you.
Yeah. I would.
So we can all say collectively, chat included, that this is honestly all because of me.
Master Bismuth.
Thank you.
All right. Newton's of successive approximation of square roots. Okay.
Yeah.
Great question.
That's
so,
his outro. That's amazing.
You start
really
with the number
funny.
that you're trying to take the square
That's so
root of. Okay, so you got something like I don't know, 60. Square root of 60, something like that. What numbers is it between? Well, I know it's going to be between 7 and 8. 7 and 8.
Fair enough,
That
JCR.
would be 49 and 64. So I'm going to choose something that's right between them, which is 7.5. 7.5. Now, okay, if I take 60 and divide by 7.5. 7.5. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Make this a 75. You can stay if you want. You can't put 75 into 60. How many 75s fit in 600? Brendan, you can help me with this.
Probably.
Definitely 6, and then probably 8.
Well, let's go. 600 divided by 75.
You tell me.
8 exactly.
8 exactly. Oh, perfect. Okay.
This guy, savant. I didn't even know it.
Great. Okay, so that
Right.
means 7.5 times 8 is 60, which means that the square root is going to be somewhere between these two. So let's go right between them, 7.75. Brendan, take the calculator again.
Ha no.
60 divided by 7.75.
7.74.
Oh, we're getting close. 7.74. Therefore, let's take the average of that. We get 7.74.
Snowpig, we're trying, yes.
You see what's happening
Snowpig,
here.
if you want to help out, just spread us like the plague with students who need to learn about the SAT and ACT.
Yes.
Or
But
people
anyway,
who think we're funny, I guess. We appreciate that too.
you keep dividing and taking the average of your quotient, your divisor, and then eventually you'll just get very, very, very close to the square root. I think I see what you're on about with that.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Makes sense.
Very good.
That's why we keep him around. He's a smart guy.
Hey-o.
Probably a very large number.
But it's definitely smaller than that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, size is all relative for numbers, right?
That's
'Cause,
true.
I mean, you can go up to infinity. So saying a large number, like, what do you really mean?
Right.
Because it just keeps going.
And I always forget that, and you always bring that up. So
I know.
that's why I'm glad you're around.
That makes one of us. What?
Hey!
Hey, we know Levi.
You,
hates
wait. Oh.
it. All right. Print out your stream page and then hand the
No,
random
your
collage.
Steam page.
Steam and collage.
Actually, it might be Steam.
Well, I have a Steam account. I definitely play some games. But,
Can we do Nerdish on Steam?
yeah, no, you're a kid.
Oh, okay.
Steam is like a
It's a
platform for
gamer
buying video
website,
games.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. Yeah,
You can play Rocket League on Steam.
you can. You can
People
also-
love Rocket League.
It's so fun. It's such
very
a
fun.
like. It is. It's
Yeah.
so difficult
Yeah.
until you get used to it. But like even when you do,
Yeah.
there's a harsh learning curve. English 101, but my spelling still sucks. Isn't English 101 like beginner, or is that? All right, it depends. Okay.
You learn English by speaking and reading, and you can take a class, but spelling is different.
Spelling sucks. Playing that now. If you have two lines intersecting another line, the total of both interior angles is 180. Will the lines meet? So if you have two lines intersecting another line, and the total of both interior angles, no.
Two lines intersecting another line. So we have another line, and then we have two lines intersecting this
Where
line right
the
here.
interior angles add up to
Right.
180.
Right. So that means they're going to be supplementary, which means
They're going to be
parallel, so they'll never meet.
Yep.
Yeah.
English 63.
Get a squeegee. Hey, you get a squeegee, huh?
Hey.
How about that? To wipe.
To wipe
Yes, we wipe our boards.
with our
We
squeegee.
have one board. Very good. I like watching you wipe, Brendan.
Okay.
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that why you never do it and I just have to come up here and clean
2
up?
plus 2 times 2, order of operations, that's 2 plus 4 is 6. Nice.
Nice.
Whippy. Wipey.
Whip.
Whoosh, hype.
All right. You're 9. Teach me my alphabet. You can spell.
You
so
can spell.
You're good. Also,
No.
beneath the meme.
Teach them their
Oh,
alphabet.
being the meme.
He's got his own alphabet.
how I
We have to
spell
teach
that.
him his own alphabet.
Oh, we need to learn yours. Can you draw a cube?
I took a class on that.
You
I
actually
did.
did. It's 100 perfect cubes, isn't it?
Something like that.
Oh, that was a rough. I watched people take that class. It was miserable.
Jeez. ME 110. Okay.
Yeah, it was a rough class.
It's drawing it with perspective, which is the hard part. So this is a little too big up here. Let me try another one. Yeah, you just got to keep drawing them, but there's this perfect. No, that's way too slanty.
Give a choice of any two of the following words: iconic, dramatic, injected, no. I wish two would most be correct. Rules involved a list of lines. She was excited to be playing a more plain character, even though she'll take on roles that involve a lot of lines. So it's going to be something that is, mute could work. I think Kurt could also be it.
A more mute character.
Yeah, I don't think it works in that thing. I think Kurt, right? If you're Kurt, you're shortened to the point.
Yeah.
Iconic,
Well,
dramatic.
as for the two best ones, so I would
Yeah.
say Kurt and Mute.
So you do like mute as well then? Okay, cool. Gravity is inversely proportional to the blank of two objects. Distance. Minecraft, Game of Thrones, all of the above. Well, that one's difficult.
Well, there's the real answer, then there's the fun
why
answer.
did they say two? Laconic is probably better.
Iconic?
Like laconic.
Laconic. Okay, that explains why it looks like a weird word. I'm like, I don't.
Levi, what's the definition of laconic?
It kind of means just like using not a lot of words.
Okay.
So it's you're saying it's similar to Kurt.
I
know a Kurt or
yes.
two.
I mean,
They're pretty nice guys. My brother's father-in-law's a Kurt.
Do you know a second Kurt? It's a Kurt or two, which I guess
Vonnegut.
it's fine just
Vonnegut.
knowing one Kurt. Do you know Kurt Vonnegut?
I knew him.
You knew him
Rip.
before the operation.
The accident. Okay.
What time is it?
10 past 10. Are we? I think we're good.
Yeah, let me just spiel one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him the
So,
spiel.
guys, for those of you who are new, which is pretty much almost all of you, thank you all for showing up. We really appreciate it. We do this We do SAT and ACT tutoring for free online 5 nights a week, Sunday to Thursday, 8 to 9:30 p.m. We have a Facebook, a YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that down below. Thank you guys so much for the support. We'd love to see you out in the next couple of days. If you know people who are taking the SAT, ACT, and who need the help, send them our way. If you guys just like hanging out, we also appreciate that. They're about to get away without chugging the pizza. Yes, we are.
Yo, can we
thank
raid
you, DVD.
Tifu now, please?
Can we raid Tifu? We actually, yeah. Hey, do you
Post
guys?
Tifu.
I guess we're gonna try to raid someone with you guys if y'all don't care.
I'll just raid Tifu and make him drink milk.
Make him drink milk. Can you draw 7 perpendicular red lines? Nerdish.
No.
We don't have red. We have
We don't
pink,
have
and it's
red.
not quite the same. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I need to get my computer out so I can actually do the raid. Or Levi, do you have it pulled up as Nerdish?
No, I don't.
All right, I'll be back.
I'm just gonna stand here. Y'all want to raid a pepper? Yep. That's what I want. Sure, why not? Yeah, give it to someone who needs it, not Tifu. Look, Tifu needs it, okay? Tifu needs you. Specifically you. Hey, Samuel the Mighty Poem. Thank you for the gifted subs, or the sub, or I forget what exactly. Was it gifted subs that Samuel did? I think it was, yeah. Thank you for those. That's a friend of yours. Very good. His name is Jay Habanero.
My name is Jay Habanero.
For now.
Yeah, only for now.
Yeah. That's your given name.
Let me see.
Tifu, the worst Fortnite player, and boring. More exciting if he's chugging milk. That's for sure.
Yeah, we like Brendan mostly when he's chugging milk.
No, I'm talking about Tifu,
Oh,
the other streamer.
I don't know who Tifu is.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you for thanking me for thanking you for giving us 5 gifted subs, Samuel.
Thank you.
I'm very tired.
I'm exhausted right now. You guys are all troopers.
We should probably tell them about what Brendan's doing
What is he doing?
upcoming.
Stop.
So let's
Don't
see.
do this.
Well, Brendan did ask what's going on this weekend many times, which means Brendan has nothing going on this weekend.
Oh,
no,
but
I'm
it's
tutoring.
next
I have
weekend.
A lunch, and we're going and doing the Super Bowl. And I'm
Oh
going
yeah,
to-
and then next weekend we're going to Amanda's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is Brendan doing? That is the
Brendan.
question.
Brendan is contacting his close friend Tifu.
All right, guys, we're about to raid. We appreciate it.
Have a good night, everybody. Please,
Yeah. Hey,
let
we
us
love
know.
you guys.
if
Thank
you
you
have
so
questions.
much.
Yeah,
Come on back.
we did enjoy
Manana.
this.
We'll do next week.
We see Brendan chugging milk a lot, to be
It's,
completely honest, but it
we
was
rated.
nice to see him do it for an audience.
Levi, it's rated. We're done.
Oh, bye.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone?
I mean, yeah, it rated, so they
It
are
rated.
they're
Oh,
there.
man.
Oh no, hold on. I have to click it. That's silly.
Okay.
That's silly.
That's so
Master
embarrassing.
Bismuth, thank you for your questions.
Now it's done.
Now it's done.
That's silly.
All right. If anyone is somehow still watching, we're signing off.
Stop streaming now.